I welcome you all today. Understand that what's important every single day is understanding how to grow yourself. I promise you now, that's why I'm a life coach. I realize that's why I'm a health coach. I realize I make sure that you can communicate with yourself and other people to greatness every single day. Because when I look at you today, I understand you're working a 9-to-5 job today. I understand, although, that you can do something much better than that. I realize when I look into your eyes, I can see straight away who you are. I understand that every single day, I can tell by the nice and beautiful legacy you have today, but it has to be more beautiful than that. So approach now, everybody has to have a beautiful legacy in life. Approach now, every single time, you must understand that what's important is only the ones that are found out much more and who are exposing themselves in the crowd much more than everybody else has a greater legacy than other people. So you must understand that what's important today is understanding how to grow yourself. Grow yourself today, because you have to understand how to understand something in life. Because public speakers understand how to communicate in front of crowds. Because when you understand how to communicate, then you can understand how to just talk it up every single day with yourself, to go and understand how it is to be the best version of yourself daily. Because that's what public speakers do all day long. So when I look at the crowd today, I'm understanding that I want to be speaking something that I can see through my eyes in terms of my word I. So I'm making sure that no matter what, that I understand every single day that I want to go into my nice and beautiful, in terms of my nice and beautiful way of communicational skills every single day, to focus upon understanding how to communicate in front of a crowd even better. I promise you, it's very important today that you understand that no matter what you're doing today is focusing on your words. I promise you now, if you can focus on your words daily and then you can do something around a crowd every single day, I promise you it's very important for you to be able to understand, in terms of to be able to understand how to communicate with different people every single day, because that's what it's all about, which is communication. Now, if you understand how to communicate in front of people all day long, it's very important for you to understand my business card today. I teach you every single day how to communicate in front of crowds. I understand that what's important daily is understanding how to really understand yourself and other people around you, and also giving people ideas along the way, because every single day you must be giving people more ideas if you plan to be successful in your life. Now, every single day, I focus on understanding that no matter what, that today is a beautiful day for me, because I understand I'm really, really excelling in my nice and beautiful music production. So I'm focusing on understanding. I thank you very much. I thank you. I understand that what's important is understanding that no matter what, that I'm going to go and be the best version of myself daily, because I want to go and understand you today. I want to understand, do you have a business card to give me? I want a business card from you today, but I have a business card. So come and learn how it is to get a business card for yourself. Now, every single day, I teach you all about business cards. I teach you all about everything that you want to understand about life. But when you're looking at me, what do you see really? Do you see a homeless individual today? You must understand every single day that what's important is understanding how to communicate with yourself and other people every single day. Because I understand that when I go into my day, I want to be thriving. I want to be understanding that happy Easter is today. I promise you now, happy Easter to everybody. But I understand that what's important every single day is understand every single day that it's also my biological mother's birthday. So I say happy birthday to my biological mum out there. I understand that what's important today is understanding every single day to go and understand how it is to be famous about yourself in a way that you can grow the word I. So stop focusing on other people and how to help them, but focus on how to help yourself. Be focusing on making sure that you can communicate with yourself all day long. Now, when I understand how to communicate with myself, I come here and I do a busking performance on Easter Sunday, which is the 2021 Easter Sunday on the 4th of April. I understand either way, I'm making sure that I'm communicating with myself all day long, because what I understand about you today is I have to give some ideas to be able to understand how to communicate with myself today the most. So the better I communicate with you is the better I communicate with myself. So that's what I want to do all day long. I thank you. I understand now every single day, if you agree, come and get my business card as well. I promise now every single day, I'm understanding that no matter what I do, I'm making sure I'm always moving on from the conversation. I'm making sure that I'm always offering my business cards to everybody. But I understand that what's important is understanding that no matter what I do today is I do it for the word I daily, because I want to look into your eyes and I want to understand the word I with you. Now, when I look at you today, I understand that you have a lot of troubles today, but I want you to never have a trouble in your life. I never want you to have troubles in life. I want you guys to understand that you do have support around town. I realize every single day, that you guys do have me as a service today. I do provide information to help you every single day. So I'm focusing on understanding on how to communicate that to you every single day by looking great every single day in front of you. So what I do before I come here is I do a nice and beautiful planning gig of making sure that I'm planning in my journal, and I'm also showering and grooming. I'm grooming and showering before bedtime and also before coming here in the busking performance, because I want to smell great, I want to feel great, but I never ever use perfume. I never use perfume out there because I understand that it comes from animals. So I'm a vegan. I realize now, either way, I never need a perfume in my life because I have a shower every 2 hours. I brush now every single day. I'm always clean anyway, so I save money like that. I just have a shower every 1 hour and I save money. I brush now every single day. I'm understanding that what's important is understand this. I realize you must be clean. I mean, make sure you understand that no cosmetics out there is going to take away your pimples. I mean, you understand? I mean, make sure you understand that what takes away pimples is eating less salt and eating less white sugar and eating less animal fat. I promise you, if you understand that, I promise you now, you must understand I had 1 pimple for the whole year. I mean, do you understand? I mean, that's veganism. I mean, do you understand? So make sure you understand either way, that when you have pimples, I mean, never pop them. I mean, never pop a pimple in your life. Because what happens when you pop pimples, I was always doing it. I was always popping my pimples. But what happens is, realize this, I realize every single day you pop a pimple in your life, that's on your face or something, I realize it leaves a scar. I mean, do you understand? So make sure you understand to just show it off. Because what happens to those people who show everything about their life every single day is they become very successful. So if you want to look great, I promise you every single day, look at my business card and look at those ideas every single day that I give. Because that's how you look great. I promise you now, if you just copy what I do every single day, then you get to become something greater. I promise you. I'm something greater than yesterday. I'm focusing on understanding that no matter what you're doing today, you must be confident in yourself. I promise you, you must be a leader. I promise you now, every single day when I look at you today, I'm looking to feed you with some information today about courage and understanding everything in your life much greater. So when I understand every single day how to talk to you every single day, I'm looking at you in the eyes. I'm making sure either way, I'm really reacting in a way to understand how to talk to you, because it's very important to speak to people on a regular basis. I promise you must be able to. I promise you must be able to understand how to look people in the eyes and how to understand how to grow yourself. I promise you, I did ask Jesus Christ today and I said, hey, do I go to busking performances at 6 p.m. tonight? I mean, here I am from 6 p.m. and until whatever time, but understand that what's amazing is I have lights over here, I'm ready for work, I'm making sure you understand that I'm ready to inspire people who see me today. Because even though it's Easter Sunday, I'm still working, man. I'm still working all the time. I realized that either way, I had to come and get myself some food and drink, so I may as well get here and just walk it for about 100 meters over here to get here and do my nice and beautiful busking performance, because I understand that what's important is looking at people and making sure that you can grow people with ideas. So that's all we want to do every single day, is understand every single day how to lead people. I promise you now, if you can lead people every single day, then you can find the ideas that you want to say every single day with the people that you're living with, and then make sure you understand that you have to be having a YouTube channel today. I promise you now, if you can have a YouTube today, every single day, then you can focus on understanding about your word I, because what's important is understanding every single day that it's much more about how you talk with your word I than what other people are doing. I want you to understand every single day you have 24 hours. I promise you now, please give those ideas about the word I every single day. I promise you now, if you can go back to the word I and just focus on the word I today. I mean, no matter what's happening out there, I promise you now, focus on the word I when you communicate. I promise you now, that's how you actually grow. I promise you now, I'm so happy that I can actually stand in front of people today. I mean, how great is that? I can come here every single day, and I can come at night time, I can come at 12 a.m. over here, and there's no busking license. I promise you, there's no busking license in requirements for you to get here to the nice and beautiful tunnel in Brisbane. So it's for free. I promise you never need a busking license to do busking. I promise you now, just go do busking like this in a park somewhere, or in a tennis court somewhere, and just vibrate your voice in a video like this, because it's a nice, I promise you, it's a nice practice for you to understand that if you just go and get yourself a portable speaker like this, which is a JBL one, which is the 100 version, and either way it's 420 bucks. But guess what? I promise you now, it vibrates my voice, doesn't it? I promise you now, when I can hear my voice like this, I promise you, it's like a seminar going on. I promise you, it's like a personal development going on, but it is. I promise you, it's really a seminar right here. So I understand the chairs are the people that are just walking past. I understand that the chair of life is you right now who's watching me. So you guys, I'm doing this for you. I mean, you must understand that what's important is when I do it for you, I do it for I. I understand that every single day, that since I'm doing it for you today, I understand I'm doing it for the word I. I'm making sure either way that I just know my word I, because that's how I communicate. I communicate every single day focusing on understanding on how people are walking today and how fast are they walking and how are they dressing today and how are they looking at me. I'm always focusing to understand the crowd around me, but I'm focusing on understanding that I have a beautiful day ahead of me because I understand that my financial freedom is something greater. I understand I have a financial freedom in life because I understand how to talk to crowds. I understand how to speak in front of people. I understand how to look at the crowd and I understand how to never be afraid of what to say in front of them. I can say whatever I want, but I can use your words to your advantage and I can make sure that your words are going to improve because I'll seek those words out that you say to me and then I'll better your words. I promise you, if you say, oh, Danny, I promise you, then I say, hey, I understand my name is Danny, but guess what? I say it's A. I understand, oh, Danny, in terms of I. I mean, do you understand what I mean? I mean, I is something that you need to say. I promise you, every single day I look for words, I look for nice and beautiful inspirational, I look for nice and beautiful inspirational people every single day to teach me much more how to communicate. But what's important is when you tell me something, I look to understand your words and then I better your words through that communication. I'm never stupid. I understand how to communicate in front of a crowd. But what's amazing is understand how funny that subject is about communication because it can go all ways. I mean, you can talk to the crowd every single day, basing it on how you can talk with yourself all day long. Now, when I talk with people, I look to seek out the words that I seek out the words that they're saying, and then I use their words to better their life. I mean, in a sense, if they say they cannot do it, I say you can do it. I mean, do you understand? I promise you, if you call me something in terms of something negative, I say, hey, I understand that you're very upset right now. I mean, do you understand? I'm never upset though. I never need to be what you call me to be. I'm very nice with you anyway. But I'm making sure that you understand that's how I turn over the conversation. But if somebody is negative with you, then you must be positive with them. I mean, do you understand? Because a lot of people want to be negative with the people who are negative around them. I mean, guess what? I mean, it's the other way around. I mean, when you have negative people around you, I mean, you must be the only positive one around the negative ones. I mean, when you're positive in front of people, then guess what? I mean, negative people come into your life, but even though they're negative with you, I promise you that you must be positive with them. I promise you now, when positive people are in front of you, and positive people speak to you, then you must also retaliate in a positive way, because positivity is something that you need every single day. I mean, we're focusing on understanding that no matter how good you are, I always have better than you. I always have something better than you, because I have a public speaker of a woman in my life. I promise now every single day focus on understanding that no matter what I do, I'm making sure every single day I understand how to bless you today. I understand that I say Happy Easter. I understand that Jesus Christ is born today. I promise now every single day that no matter what, that Jesus Christ Easter is every single day. I mean, you must understand that no matter what, that every single day we're focusing on understanding that 365 days of the week and of the year and of the decade is a nice, beautiful way to say that everything is this moment. So if you're living in the moment today, I promise you that's spirituality. So we need you to be spiritual today. I need you to be more spiritual and more kind to the human beings today and to the animals. Because the way you treat human beings is the way you treat animals today. I mean, understand? But the way you treat animals, in terms of non-human animals, is the way you must treat human beings. I promise you, if you eat non-human animals, then you have to also eat human beings. I mean, you understand? I mean, what's the difference between a non-human animal and a human being? I promise you, there's no difference, is there? I promise you, if you never want to eat humans today, then why are you eating animal food? I mean, understand? I mean, do you understand that? I mean, why eat a dog but never eat your daughter? I mean, what's the difference? I mean, that dog is your daughter. I mean, that dog will never hurt you. So why do you eat it for? I mean, that snake will never hurt you. I mean, why do you eat it for? I mean, that cow will just look at you. I promise you. I promise you. Why do you have to eat it? I mean, you understand? So if you eat a cow or a pig or anything in life that's a non-human animal, then go and eat humans as well. I mean, you are what you say you are. But make sure you understand, never eat human animals and never eat human beings. I promise you now, every single day you must understand that cannibalism is eating human beings. I promise you now, somewhere in the villages over there, I promise you if one individual says something to the boss or the chief, I promise you the chief gets them and eats them. I promise you now, you must understand, and they eat them in front of their family as well. I promise you now, you must understand that's never the way to live life. I promise you, I want you to live life happy. I want you to understand how to be happier. I promise you now, if you can understand how to be happier with your life, then you can understand how to be free. I have financial freedom today because I understand that no matter what, that my life is going to be straightforward. I understand when I have a straightforward life every single day, I'm going to look into the future and I'm going to speak my life in a way that I'm going to create my life in a video such as this. I'm going to be planning for as long as I can because this is me planning my life today. I'm planning my life every single day. So what you hear about me today is just what you hear right now. But in 1 hour's time from this, I'll be planning from this point on every single day. I'm planning something about my life. I'm strategizing around the world and how to get around the world every single day. I'm understanding that when I give you more ideas and I realize when I dig in for those ideas every single day, I want to be fluctuating the market to make sure I'm automating everything. I want to be making sure that my life is technology and making sure that my sounds and what I'm producing every single day in audio or in a soundtrack or in a nice beautiful speaker or whatever, I make sure that it's the best sound. I make sure I give you the highest quality sounds, but I never want to limit myself on words today. I want to make sure that I can go above and beyond about something that I love, which is a metaphor, and which is Jesus Christ, and which is you. I understand I love this world so much, but I'm making sure you understand that no matter what, I'm going to connect the words together, and I'm going to be making sure that I speak along the way something that is about you today. I want to understand your story, but if you can step up on a microphone and tell me a story, I appreciate it. I brush now every single day that what's important is understand every single day. I'm looking to understand how people react to what I say every single day because that's what's very important. So if you can understand every single day that you must never find anybody jealous of you in a way that you are jealous. I'm brush now, never find yourself jealous, but never find other people to be jealous of you. I mean, understand? But guess what? I mean, either way, if you find them to be jealous of you, just say that they're jealous of you. Just say they're jealous of you. But what's amazing is never be jealous of other people is what I'm saying. Every single day we're looking to focus upon understanding on how can you connect the dots with each other today, because understand that what's important is when you have a family with yourself all day long and you can speak for everybody in a way that everybody is going to benefit with what you have to say. Approach, it's very easy to get my business card. Approach now every single day I'm understanding that no matter what, I'm connecting the dots together, but I'm making sure I look across your eyes today, and when I look at your beautiful eyes, I understand that you're going to get my business card as well. I understand that no matter what, I'm understanding every single day that what's important to me is my life, because if you never find me inspirational, then you are never inspirational to me. I promise you that's it. I promise you who finds me inspirational is an inspirational person, and that's it. I promise you that's what I find in my life every single day. I'm looking to understand it every single day, to understand to get my cables out of the water and also place them in a nice beautiful dry area. So if you have technology, make sure that you're never ever going in the rain with your technology. Make sure your technology is never falling in the water. Make sure your technology is never in the water. Understand? Because technology comes and goes, but make sure you understand that you have a purpose with that technology of yours. I promise you, today we have social media. I promise you, social media is one of the best aspects of life, I promise you. I promise you now, what's amazing about social media is today you can go and make a difference. You can make a difference on social media today. You can do something to inspire somebody. You can go on social media and teach something about your kids and about your wife and about something. I promise you, that's amazing. I promise you now, I agree with that. Now, what's amazing every single day is understanding how to lead people. But when you can lead people, I realize you can also grab my business card every single day, because I focus on understanding on how to lift people all the time. Because I'm understanding every single day that I have many ideas every single day. So what I'm doing every single day is I'm focusing on giving you new ideas. But I understand that no matter what, that I'm a music producer. Now, because I'm a music producer, I'm also a life coach. I'm also an actor, I'm also a singer, I'm also a health nutritionist, I'm also a vegan, I'm also sober in life. There's many things that I am. I'm a father, I'm a mother, I'm a cousin, I'm a brother, I'm a daughter, I'm Jesus Christ, I'm God, I'm not from this world. In a sense, so whatever you want to label yourself in this lifetime, you can be that. In a sense, but what's amazing is understand this, that I'm always having sex with my wife every single day in a way that you understand who my wife is. I promise you it's the word I in terms of Jesus Christ. Understand? I marry Jesus Christ every single day. I'm having sex with Jesus Christ all the time. Understand? Because I have to follow Jesus Christ. So, since I have to follow Jesus Christ every single day, I promise you that's somebody I have sex with all the time, because I have to follow them. Do you understand? So no matter what, I realize there's no shame in that, because God gives me eternity. Understand? But how do I have sex with Jesus Christ today? I now every single day, you must understand I have sex with Jesus Christ by following Jesus Christ. That's it. Now every single day, I understand it's very funny, but that's the way it is. Now every single day understand that when you're really talking about your life, focus on the word I and come back to the I. You never have to state something that you're saying inward toward yourself every single day. But if you focus on understanding that the word I is coming about your life inside of yourself, then you understand either way. You just go and minimize everything in a way that you understand how to talk whatever you want. Talk whatever you want. There's no outside force that's controlling you on how to talk with yourself all day long. So what I understand about life is understand I'm very alone in life, but I understand either way that I'm happier being alone than with other people. I promise you. Now, it's an amazing aspect of life when you can split away from your crowd and from the friends that you follow, and then go and follow someone greater. I promise you, there's always somebody greater that you can follow. I promise you now, Jesus Christ is following something greater too. I promise you now, every single day you must go and focus on that picture. I promise you that picture is something that's going to help you forward, in terms of move forward. And now I understand that no matter what, that when I come here and I just cruise along and I just have a fun time with myself, I understand that no matter what time it is every single day, I look to connect with people. I look to understand every single day that I want to focus upon understanding myself and focusing on doing my work every single day. But I'm getting great at this. I'm becoming somebody of a role model every single day. But if you understand every single day to follow me and what I do, then you understand why I'm successful. I make $7,000 in 1 hour. Approach now, you must understand that. You must understand I make $7,000 in 1 hour. Approach now, you must understand how I do that. I use the bank's money. I make events around the world. I get people in a gathering, and I make sure they have musicians around. You must understand that they rather come and see you when there's a musician around town than when you're coaching them about life coaching. I promise you, they'd rather go and listen to 5 musicians and them playing music all night than listen to you having to talk about personal development. So get some musicians around town and then just go and show up on the night and say 1 hour speech in front of them, and that's it. You understand? Because either way, they're going to be there 12 hours to listen to the music with the musicians, but they're going to watch you 1 hour. You understand? And that's how I make my beautiful events. And I make everybody come to a celebration and they're watching me for 1 hour while I make all the money. So either way, that's how I understand every single day that what's important is connecting with yourself and others. But never go searching for sex on these dating sites. Never go searching for sex. Guess what? Sex is Jesus Christ. Go chase Jesus Christ instead. Chase Jesus Christ more than a woman, I promise you. I promise you now, what's important is understanding on how to talk with yourself all day long, but never be so desperate for sex, man. Sex is nothing, I promise you. I promise you now, every single day you must understand that what's more important than sex is Jesus Christ. I promise you every single day, I understand that many people want to go online today and they want to get Tinder, or else they want to get Snapchat, or else they want to get social media and try to hook up with women and men online and go to these fuck sites and they just want to fuck all day long. I understand every single day. I understand that no matter what, what's important is understanding that if you go and do something around comedy, for example, I realize it's fucking nice to swear, isn't it? I promise you, it's very funny. I promise you, it's very nice and funny when you can fucking swear all the time. I promise you now, I like that. I understand that anybody who's fucking funny today fucking swears. I say that's how it is, because every single time, if you want to be a comedian, then fucking swear all the time. I promise you, it's very funny. Every single day, focus on understanding that's humor. So I'm learning how to be fucking hilarious all the time. I understand that it's fucking funny. I said it's fucking funny that when I fucking swear, I understand it's fucking funny. I say either way, understand that no matter what, that's my humor. I promise you now, every single day, focus on understanding that no matter what you're doing today, focus on understanding that you must go and support yourself more than going to a restaurant today. Forget the restaurant. There's nothing at the restaurant. What you need to understand is be with yourself the most. I promise you now, if you can be with yourself and understand that you can be single until after 30. Right now, understand, I'm single already. I'm single now, I'm 28, but I'm single for another 2 years. And then I'm preparing myself to be single until 40. Because I understand that after 40, I can have kids, no worries. I can have kids from 40 years of age to 55. I still have another 15 years from that point. It's a long life. But guess what? I promise you, every single day, live life on the edge. I promise you. This is right now living life on the edge. I promise you, somebody can come here and shoot me. I promise you. I promise you, they can shoot me. I promise you. There are many people who are drug addicts around. I promise you. But here I am. I'm never afraid of them. I'm understanding that I want to practice, and I understand it's Easter today, so come and kill me if you want. But what's amazing is every single day, I understand that no matter what I'm doing today, is I'm focusing on God, I'm focusing on a greater life, I'm focusing on connecting the dots together, and I'm focusing on my love for you today. I understand when I love you so much, I want you to understand that I have something to give you every single day. I have a business card every single day waiting for you. I understand that although that if you never ever grab my business card, then I may go somewhere else, because I understand that what's important is I have value every single day to give you. I have something of value. And what is that? I realize now I have nice and beautiful information products every single day to give you, and to understand that is how you build your legacy. Approach now, I'm all about legacy. I'm all about making sure that you have freedom every single day to improve your finances and to look great and to understand how to really do something very amazing for yourself. So focus on understanding that whatever you want to do today, I promise you can achieve it as long as you understand how to help yourself and other people. And then understand that no matter what, you must be speaking through the person. I mean, you must be speaking through individuals, and through the dog, and through the cat, and through this world, and through the word I the most. I mean, understand that no matter what, that when I look at you today, I understand that you guys always have to improve yourselves. I appreciate it's always very important to understand how to really look people in the eye who are public speakers, and be able to understand how to really talk their language and improve their language. Because if you improve the language of these people here, then I give you those ideas, and then understand that's why I'm looking at them, but I'm summarizing who you are. But then once I see something, I put into a video about you. I mean, in a sense, so when you're just nodding your head about me, I mean, come and get my business card as well, is what I'm saying. So that's something that I just pick up from other people, and then I just throw into a video. I promise you, that's it. I promise now, when you're understanding that no matter what, that when you agree with me, then get my business card as well, because many people never do that. I promise you, they agree with you, but they never pick up your business card. Now, understand that no matter what, I realize that it's about a great attitude every single day. So if you're agreeing with me, then you have to pick up my business card as well, because that's integrity, isn't it? I promise now, if you agree with me, but then walk away from my business card, I promise it's like agreeing to disagree. I mean, never be that type of individual who's agreeing to disagree. I mean, just agree with people. I promise you, Jesus Christ never agrees with you to disagree with you. I promise you. Jesus Christ only ever agrees with what you say. I promise you. Do you understand? I mean, if negative people come up to you, I mean, just agree with them. I mean, agree about what they're saying. I mean, say, yes, I thank you very much. I thank you. I understand you're very correct, sir. I understand you're very right. I understand you're very understanding of life. I understand you love life so much. I understand Dr. Wayne Dyer says that. I understand that he says, never argue with people. I mean, just say, oh, I mean, you're so right about everything. I mean, you're so right about that. I mean, let me just do my work now. I mean, understand, but guess what? I mean, that's the way it is. I mean, understand, but just call them right. I mean, say that they're right about everything. I mean, understand, because they want to be right. I mean, they'll argue with you 50 million years about being right and wrong. But there is no right and wrong. But understand that what's important is never raise your voice at other people, but just agree with them before you raise your voice with them. I mean, if they call you something and they disagree with you, say, I agree with you. I agree that you disagree with me. I agree that you're just going to walk away because I just agree with you. I'm pretty sure that's what I am every single day. But come and get it. I mean, come and get my business card. I mean, you did? I understand either way. I thank you. I thank you very much. I understand that no matter what, I understand every single day, I'm focusing on understanding that no matter what, I'm loving life all the time. Because I understand that sometimes somebody wants to go like this to me, but they already have my business card. So I said, get my business card. But he says, hey, I already did get your business card. I say, here then, I'll give you the fist pump. I mean, you're saying, because sometimes I understand that either way, that some people want to fist pump me, or they want to fist pump me. I mean, understand, but I say, get my business card. But I understand that either way, that what's important is if they have a business card and they say, I did get your business card, I promise you they're honest with you. I promise you now, that's the only individual out of thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of people that said, hey, I did get your business card. I mean, that's how I understand that he's truthful. I mean, that's true. I mean, that's the truth. I mean, if he's lying to me, I mean, who cares? I mean, I'm never lying to you. So I understand that if they want to lie to you, then let them lie and just agree with the lying of this world. I mean, I agree that everything that's happening in the world is happening for you. I mean, I agree that it's happening for you. I mean, when I look at the coronavirus today, I look at an opportunity. I look at the opportunity of the coronavirus. I am having the best time during the coronavirus pandemic, I promise you. I'm having the best time. I'm finding the most opportunities. In the past year, I've grown a lot. I've grown in front of people. I've done 200 hours of public speaking in front of people through the coronavirus pandemic. I mean, 200 hours in front of people. I mean, you must understand, that's the coronavirus pandemic in front of my life. But I've done actually more than 200 hours of public speaking in front of people, in front of the coronavirus. So what's important is understanding that no matter what, if you can understand every single day how to talk with people and find opportunities every single day on how to talk with yourself and other people all day long, because what's important is understanding that no matter what you're doing, understand that I see many people who are very arrogant and they walk slowly. They walk so slowly with their wife and kid. Do you understand? Because they're just depression. They have nothing to do, but they're going home now to watch TV. Guess what I'm doing? I never watch TV, man. I never watch TV other than Netflix, but I only ever watch Netflix when I really need to relax in a way that I understand I'm uploading content, but I feel so tired in terms of I feel so much fatigue about life. Earlier today, I realized it was 12 o'clock in terms of the afternoon, and I said I want to go public speaking, but I was so tired. I was so much in fatigue to be able to come here at 12 p.m. today. Because why? I was so much sleepy. I was sleepy. So what did I do? I went on Netflix. I went to read something on YouTube. I just went to doze off of it. And I'm sleeping. I'm understanding. I'm reading something. But then guess what? I wake up and I write something down. I go doze off again. I wake up. I write something down. I'm always writing something down. I'm writing this down right now. I'm writing my video down. I'm writing my story down. I'm writing something down. I'm always looking to write something down. I'm looking to learn from you. When a crowd is talking to each other, I'm the one in the corner here. I'm writing about what they're doing. I'm writing about what they're doing. I'm looking at them. I'm looking to analyze them, and I'm writing about that guy and what they'll do in that situation. I'm looking to learn everything. When somebody's speaking, in terms of a millionaire is speaking online, and I'm watching a millionaire or a billionaire or somebody that's very educational, I make sure I write notes on that individual. So I'm always sitting at a seminar somewhere, I'm writing notes all the time. I make sure I want to grow all the time, because what's important is understanding how to be rich. You must be rich for yourself. I realize it's never about the nightclub, and it's never about the restaurant. I never go to restaurants. I have no time for restaurants. I have no time for people who never want to build their legacy either. I understand that people go to restaurants today because they never want to build their legacy. I promise you, I have no time to go for a woman to the restaurant, because I understand that takes away from my legacy. I'd rather come here, and my wife and I are going to sit over here and we're going to eat restaurants right here while I'm talking. That's different, isn't it? Most people want to go to the restaurant and sit under the candle. Guess what? I have a little freaking candle right here, and me and my wife are going to sit over here and we're going to talk to people. I realize we're going to talk to people over here. You understand? Because we're going to improve. We're going to improve. There's no time for restaurants today. There's only time to grow. You have to grow today. You must understand that what's important is understanding that as a 28-year young individual, you can do the world. You can do everything. Jesus Christ is this age. Do you understand? So I understand that Jesus Christ went from this world at 33. I'm still 28, man. I understand how it feels at 28 I understand how it feels at 28 to go and lead 12 disciples who are going to follow you around the world. That's amazing, isn't it? I understand that. I can see how it is. I wish that people just follow me just like Jesus Christ. You understand? That's amazing, isn't it? You always have 12 people following you everywhere. You go to the toilet, people are coming with you. Although it's never like that. Although it's just that kind of way of saying, hey, I understand that people are going to follow you. Understand? It's just that nice and beautiful aspect of life I'm saying. I'm never saying anything rude. Although it's just like when Jesus Christ goes to the toilet, will say, leave me alone. Jesus Christ will say, leave me alone, I have to go to the toilet. Understand? But it's amazing that when you wake up, I'm pretty sure 12 disciples are waiting for you in the garden or somewhere, or they're just doing something for you in terms of works for you. And then guess what? You wake up and say, hey, I want to bring you guys over here because I understand we're going to do something here. But either way, it's just nice and clear, isn't it? Where you can go and really lead people every single day. Lead people every single day in a different way, but focus on understanding they have to be nice about everything, but make sure you understand that's Jesus Christ. I'm pretty sure Jesus Christ says, follow me, pretty sure you must follow him. No matter where Jesus Christ goes, because Jesus Christ has a story to tell. I'm pretty sure Jesus Christ has a story to give you and has a nice, beautiful example for you to grow yourself. So I understand when I look at that crowd over there, I'm speaking the words of over there in a way that I understand that I want to vibrate and I want to pick up those ideas that you give me. So when I look at you every single day, I'm looking to communicate what you're giving me in terms of your ideas. So I understand that many people are sloppy today. Now, why are you so sloppy for? Why aren't you walking faster? Why aren't you running today? I mean, why do you have to be eating ice cream today? I mean, why do you have to be eating white sugar today? I mean, come and get it. I mean, come and get this over here. I mean, I'll teach you something about life. I mean, come and get it. I mean, you deserve this business card, brother. I mean, you guys deserve this. So, Baruch, now every single day, you must understand that no matter what, that every single day I look at the crowd, I need you to pick it up. I need you to understand what this is over here. Baruch, this is nice and clear over here. But every single day, I'm looking to understand that I want to look at people in the eye, and I want to point them down to my business card. And guess what happens? I mean, they're going to go from walking like this, and they're going to be like this. I mean, they're going to look at the business card, but I get at least 5 seconds to look at them as they're doing that. I get to learn from how they actually look at my business card and how they turn around quickly. I understand, because when they turn around quickly and they never want my business card, I get to see 5 seconds of how they've done that. I get to see their reaction. I need every single day for you, sir, I need you, sir, to come and get my business card over here. Understand that what's important every single day is understanding every single day that no matter what, I'm always learning something. I'm learning something regardless of what's happening, but understand, I just want to understand every single day your life. I want to understand who you have sex with. I want to understand every single day what you're doing in life. I understand every single day. I want you to expose yourself. I want you to understand, I want you to be single. I want you to be with a couple. I want you to be everything that you want to be. Baruch, that's it. Baruch, now, if you understand, I agree with you. Baruch, now, with my life, Baruch, now, I'm just going to be single because I understand that I have a great life. I have a great life being single, I promise you. Baruch, now, no matter what, Baruch, the first thing I'm going to teach my kids is to run away from me. But I'm going to teach them as fast as possible to run away from me. Because what's important is I want to teach them from an early age. I want to teach my kids from an early age of 2 years of age and 3 years of age to run away from me as fast as possible. Because I understand that's how you learn life. Now, it's never about living with your parents until 50 years of age, but teach your kids to run away from you from 2 years of age. I promise you that's very important. I mean, come and get it. I mean, every single day I'm understanding that no matter what, that when I give you business cards, I'm understanding every single day how to talk to you every single day. So what's important is understanding how to really vibe with yourself all day long. So when I'm always vibing with people, I'm understanding that no matter what I'm doing, I'm never doing drugs today. I'm never doing drugs today. I'm making sure you understand that it's Easter. Today, I'm understanding that no matter what, that every single day is Christmas and every single day is Easter. But what's amazing is every single day. I mean, every single day you can do something, then you can focus on the greater life for yourself. But if you go and really understand how to fluctuate and understand as a music producer, for example, I promise you, what's important for you is to understand that if your music is playing longer than 30 seconds without change, then start fluctuating that beautiful market of the trend of what you're doing, and then start really understanding that that melody must go outwards and it must fade in and fade out of your music to be able to go do something very beautiful for yourself. So when you can understand, I have a nice beautiful business card over here, so I'm understanding that no matter what, I want to talk to you, I want to understand either way, I want to understand you, I want to follow you, I want to understand, I want your business card every single day. I have a business card over here. Right now, every single day I'm understanding that no matter what, I'm learning. I'm learning every single day how to talk to people. I'm understanding that no matter what, that when you look back, I mean, come and get my business card as well. Now, make sure you understand that no matter what, I'm understanding how to talk to people, because when you understand how to talk to people, it's very important that you go and dwell a better way with yourself, because focus on understanding that you can never lose anything in this lifetime. I promise you that the only aspect of life that you can lose is to never communicate more. I promise you now, since you're walking, I promise you that you're risking nothing to live this life. I promise you now, every single day, just live life one step at a time. I need you to live life one step at a time every single day. I need you to focus on my business card today. I need you to understand I have something of value to give you every single day in my business card. But what's important every single day is understanding how to talk with yourself and other people, because understand that what's important every single day, sir, is understanding that. I promise you, come and grab it. I mean, come and grab one over here. Understand that you're going to really benefit for one of those. I understand. I thank you very much. I thank you. I promise you now, every single day, that what's important is understanding that I give free business cards over here. So be able to tell people that you're going to grab their business cards in a way that you want to grab their business card, but also give them a notion to grab one of yours, because other people are very respectful. I mean, they're trying to be respectful in a way to never touch your stuff. I understand that. I understand that people are like that, because that individual just wants to turn away from my business card to respect my business card. But then I realize once I give him the notion to come and get my business card, I realize he comes and gets it. Because I understand that people want to respect your technology and what you have. So come and get my business card, sir. I promise you this is going to help you. I promise you there's something over here I want to help you with. I promise you now, every single day I'm looking to understand that no matter what you're doing every single day, is I'm focusing on a greater life with myself all the time. I'm making sure that no matter what, they understand that there's always millionaires around and there's always somebody around that can help you and support you and share you around. So if you understand that one individual could share you to thousands of people, I understand. So everybody here is my customer, so I want to make more customers every single day. I want to look at you in the eyes. I want to be making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning from your situation and how you are every single day. But understand that if you look shifty right now, Rosh, I need you to look me in the eye and I need you to smile. I need you to understand every single day, I need you to be smiling at people who are public speaking. I mean, never ever give me a shifty look, like a dirty look that you're never going to get my business card. I mean, you understand, because it's a poor attitude, but I understand that what's amazing every single day is understanding how to grow up. I mean, if you understand how to grow up with yourself every single day, understand that no matter what you're doing today, I mean, just never gamble your life away. I mean, you must understand how it is to grow up every single day, and becoming very mature with yourself and other people is the best question. I mean, when you can ask questions in life and you can understand how to really go around people with the communicational skills. I mean, I'll look at you in the eyes and understand every single word that you're speaking to me right now. I understand straight away exactly what you guys are doing. I understand, I can see you right now. I can see your nice and beautiful reactions. I understand that when I look at your reactions today, I'm looking to understand how to really grow from what you're giving me every single day in the ideas. So then I just feed you guys the information of what they're giving me. And then I understand that's how I learn. And then every single day, anything that I learn prior to my busking event, I just put it straight into my video right here. But I'm understanding that this is like Jim Rohn and also Zig Ziglar and also Dr. Wayne Dyer and Jesus Christ. And we're all on the street over here, and we're understanding to just grow up, and every single day we're looking to understand to go and dwell upon life, because I understand that there's all spirits around me today. I understand that no matter what, I'm learning how to grow up. I mean, make sure you understand that no matter what, that every single day you must focus on being funnier. But if you say something very funny and people are jealous of you because you said that, it's because you're very successful, and that's it. If you say something about somebody and it's very true, but they hate you for it, it's because you're successful and you're saying the truth. I mean, the truth shall set you free, so never be afraid to speak the truth, even if Wiz Khalifa is a drug addict. I mean, you understand? I mean, the guy's a drug addict, but guess what? I love him anyway. I mean, you understand? But guess what? I mean, sometimes I understand that no matter what, I mean, do you understand? I mean, you guys must understand that when you call somebody a drug addict, when you call somebody a drug addict, I mean, guess what? I still love them. I still love drug addicts. I love all the drug addicts. But guess what? I understand when I call you a drug addict, when I call you a drug addict, when I call you a drug addict, I understand it's because that's what it is. I mean, understand, but I'm just never a drug addict. I'm understanding that what's important is understanding that my drug is my word I. I am just a drug addict for the word I, and that's it. I mean, understand? But my word I is better than a drug addict. I mean, you must understand that every single day I'm understanding that no matter what, that when I look at you today, I understand that how fast you are, I understand how fast your mindset is every single day. So I'm focusing on understanding that I want to be talking better about everybody. But understand that when you're saying what is, that's what Jesus came here to do. Jesus says, this is what is. I mean, this is what I see in this woman. I mean, this is what I see in you people. I say, you guys are hypocrites because you say this and then do that. I mean, understand? And that's how Jesus says in front of people. And then guess what the hypocrites do? They get jealous of Jesus Christ, and then they want to chaos Jesus Christ. They want to put him on the cross. They want to lie to him. They want to kiss him, and also they want to, in a way, to understand Judah, for example. Judah betrays Jesus Christ over here, where he kisses Jesus Christ and says to the guards that whoever I kiss over here, that's the Messiah. Although guess what? What's important is understand that everybody has a purpose. You must understand that without that story, now what can we do what can we do in life? Come and grab my business card as well. Focus on understanding that no matter what I'm doing, is I'm focusing on a greater life with everybody. But I'm understanding that no matter what, that when I look at you in the eyes every single day, I'm focusing on understanding that no matter what, that when you speak what is in life, then you can understand how to teach. Focus on understanding that I want you to come and grab my business card today. I want you to understand to at least get my social media, because you can see it then. You can open your mindset. It's so positive every single day to understand that no matter what you're doing, is keep repeating yourself in different ways, but understand every single day that there's always much more of a purpose to what's going on. Understand that 12 disciples are unaware of what they're doing with Jesus Christ. Understand that people who did put Jesus Christ on the cross are unaware of that. Because they have no word I can see it. I do have a word I understand every single day that I never ever do that to Jesus Christ. I promise you. Now, I understand that every single day I'm understanding that no matter what, I have to grow and always live my life much better. I understand that no matter what, that there is a chance that you can live Jesus Christ lifestyle exactly in this world, I promise you. But it's more that you have to get to that information. I mean, you have to be able to strive in a way that you're thriving over striving for that information, because that information is something of a commodity right here. I promise you, come and get it. I promise you, it's something that you need, I promise you. I mean, you need this information. I mean, make sure you understand that some people are going to just watch you and they're going to walk off, but guess what? I mean, keep talking in a way that you're going to be positive about everything, and then we're speaking over people. I mean, come and get it over here. I understand that what's important is understanding every single day. Otherwise you must focus on a greater life for yourself. So when you focus on something that you love to do, I mean, focus on understanding that I want to promote myself as much as I can. So anybody who deserves my information, I promise you they get my business card. I have nothing to lose, guys, because no matter how many people want to follow me, I promise you for decades and centuries and millennials and millions of years, my stuff is on YouTube. I mean, my stuff is on social media, and everything about me in terms of my life is what I'm making now, which is my legacy. So when I go and really make all these words come true even more, and I really make more videos, and I make more audios, and I make more writing materials and information products, then for millions of years, people are going to understand Danny Milivojevic in 2021. I mean, do you guys understand? So that's what I'm talking about today. I mean, who cares about who brings my business card today and who gets my business card? I mean, if you never get my business card today, mate, I mean, guess what? I mean, there are people watching me anyway. I mean, in a sense, to make sure I understand that no matter what happens, I mean, I want you guys to get my business card, but if you never want it, mate, I mean, for millions of years to come, I promise you, people who are living a million years from now, I promise you, they're going to be watching me. So what? I mean, what? I mean, every single day you must understand that no matter what, I'm always understanding how to grow myself. So when I look at people who are very arrogant, it's because they're talking to each other and they're loving each other rather than I mean, you understand? I mean, they'd rather speak to each other and get each other's business card than be curious about somebody else outside of the crowd, because they just want to stick to the crowd, man. I mean, they just want to be with the crowd. I mean, they never want to go jump from the crowd to just get my business card, because they're afraid of what their friends think of them. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that there are people like that. But I was one of those people. I was so afraid. I was so afraid to leave people. I mean, in a sense, I was so afraid to leave my biological dad and to run off into the world. I was so afraid. And why was I afraid? Because I was tying myself down with cigarettes and drugs, and I was tying myself down with sex and addiction. And I was saying, I promise you, I had sex addiction. I promise you. I just wanted to go ahead. I didn't want to just have sex with a woman. I mean, in a sense, but when I look at a woman and she's beautiful, I promise you, I never want to have sex with her. I never need to have sex with her, because she's somebody that I want to make important in my life, and that's something of a great attitude. You guys need to you guys need to cultivate that. I promise you now, if you think about brothels and all that, and you say those women are for sex, I promise you now, guess what? I promise you, those women are never for that either. I promise you now, they are what they say they are, but never ever go and do something to them in a way that it's negative. I mean, you must understand that you must never ever use people just for pleasure. I mean, you must understand that it's never about pleasure. I mean, it's never about being with other people to have pleasure from them. I mean, other people can never satisfy you through the pleasure that they give you. I promise you, if they have sex with you today and they do something with you in terms of the sexual manner today, I promise you, then you're going to want it again tomorrow, and then the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day. I mean, do you understand? So what does Jesus Christ say about this? I mean, Jesus Christ says, hey, delay gratification. I mean, delay that. I mean, delay the sex with other people, because pleasure never ever coexists in Jesus Christ's life. I mean, guess what? I mean, every single day you must understand that Jesus Christ says over here that you must go and understand that Jesus Christ doesn't eat food and drink. I mean, do you understand? But food and drink is pleasure. But understand that Jesus Christ says in the words, I understand that he says, you must not live by bread alone. I mean, never ever live by bread alone. I mean, in a sense, so what does he mean? I mean, never just go for the pleasure. I mean, the pleasure is something that destroys you. I promise you, if you just keep going to pleasure all day long, I mean, does it mean that you're helping me? I promise you, if you go having sex with your wife all day long, I mean, are you helping me though? I mean, of course you're never helping me. I mean, it makes you arrogant to understand something about life. So when you understand something that you want to go achieve about yourself every single day, it's stay away from pleasure. I mean, stay away from the cookies. I mean, stay away from the candy. I mean, stay away from the lollies and the nuggets in terms of the chicken nuggets and the oil from McDonald's. I mean, that's never going to help you. I mean, what's going to help you is staying away from food and drink all your life. I mean, staying away from sleep is going to help you. I mean, staying away from anything that's never Jesus Christ is going to help you. I mean, in a sense, so staying away from drugs and alcohol is also staying away from pleasure. I mean, drugs give you pleasure, so that's why people are slaves to pleasure. I mean, Jesus Christ says, delay the drugs and delay the pleasure. I understand that Jesus Christ gave the wine to the people. I understand although that Jesus Christ said, delay gratification. I mean, Jesus Christ said that he'd never ever done the alcohol on that night. I mean, he was never drinking alcohol. I mean, in a sense, so what you need to realize every single day is understand that people value only Jesus Christ in this life. I mean, in a sense, you must understand how to value yourself as well, is what I'm saying. I mean, value yourself and other people. I mean, Jesus Christ values Jesus Christ, but Jesus Christ values you and your son and everybody. I mean, just because Jesus Christ came to this world never means that you have to hate me, but love Jesus Christ. I mean, in a sense, you have to love me just like you love Jesus Christ, because that's how Jesus Christ loves everybody equally. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that if you have love for somebody, I'm approaching that love for somebody that you have, you have to have that love for me too. The love you have for him and her, you have to have for me as well. It has to be equal love over here. I mean, you can never love other people more than me. I mean, you can never do that, because if you love other people more than me, it means that you hate me, but you love other people. I mean, how does that work? I mean, I love everybody more. I love everybody more. I love you I love you guys and ladies out there just as much as I love my kids and my wife and my Jesus Christ. I love everybody equally every single day. So I'm focusing on understanding that no matter what I do, I'm very powerful in my communicational skills, because that's what I talk about all day long. But I understand that no matter what I do daily, I'm focusing on a greater life, because I understand that no matter what, that when you focus on doing something for yourself all day long, then you're going to understand that no matter what, that if you have talents and abilities every single day to focus on something you love to do. Focus on understanding that you must go and really, really dwell upon something that you love to do. I understand that no matter what, I can always feel some type of power when you're trying to do something with your hands, or when you're trying to, let's say, do something with your talents, because I see an individual here who just walks past and starts doing this stuff around him, but I understand he's alone. I understand that either way, that when you're alone, then you can be greatness. But if you're always with your wife, does it make you great? Does it make you great to be with your wife all day long? Do you understand? I'm always great anyway. Now, every single day, you must understand that what's amazing every single day is understanding that you have to be around other people as well. You can never just be around your daughter, mate. You can never just be around your wife. Understand? You have to be around yourself sometimes. You have to be around yourself even more than you do with your kids and wife. You have to be with yourself even more than you do with your daughter or your son or your kids or your family. Be with yourself more than everybody else, because you are the one that's living in you are the one that's living in your shoes today. You must understand how it is to be with yourself only. When you can be with yourself only all day long, then you understand my business card as well. Now, I'm very important every single day, regardless of what people say. But did I eat today? I ate some nuts. I ate some nuts today. I did eat some nice and beautiful bread, but I do feel hungry. I feel hungry for success now. Now, every single day, I understand I did get some food to drink, but guess what? I never ate before I came here. Understand? Because I understand that no matter what, that when I never eat before I come here, I understand I'm full of life. Understand? Because I want to delay the food and drink as much as I can. Because I understand that what's important is this fulfills me. This is much more important than sex. You guys can understand that I come here on Easter Day, because I understand it's just like any other day, but I understand that what's important is understanding that today, yes, people are celebrating Jesus today, but celebrate Jesus every single day. Never just celebrate Jesus on Easter. In a sense, so make sure you understand that when you celebrate Jesus, understand why we celebrate Jesus. Understand that Jesus came here and he dies for the word I. You are always using that word I. Without the word I, how can you live? How can you exist? You must understand that what's important every single day is looking people in the eyes and understanding every single day to pick up their wisdom, and understanding every single day how they talk with you. Now, no matter what, it's very professional for me to come here every single day, and no matter what time it is, really. But I just try to get here before 6 p.m. in a way that I come here 3 hours before 6 p.m. in a way that I understand I want to be in my nice and beautiful accommodation before 6 p.m. at night. I never want to be roaming the streets at night time, but I understand either way that today I have to come here because I understand I have to do my work. I understand that sometimes I do delay public speaking for a bit so I can do some music production on the side, but what's important is understanding yourself all day long and how you can live life to the best of your ability. So what's important is understanding that you can wave your girlfriend's hand all you like, but you have to do some public speaking very soon. I mean, in a sense, so every single day I never need a girlfriend to hold my hand to public speak with me. I mean, do you understand? I mean, I never need a wife or a kid to come and support me here. I mean, do you guys understand that? I mean, understand? I mean, some people say that they cannot live without their wife, man. I mean, if their wife goes somewhere, I'm pretty sure they're going to start getting afraid. I mean, do you understand? Because what happens is, if you can never live without, if you can never live without these people, then it means you're insecure. I mean, do you understand? I can live without you. I'm very secure. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that no matter what, that what's important is try to live without your parents as much as you can. I mean, try to live without your girlfriend and kids as much as you can. I mean, understand that they're going to leave you very soon. I'm pretty sure your wife and kids are going to leave you. I'm pretty sure your husband's going to leave you very soon. I'm pretty sure now, make sure you just never leave yourself, because I understand that everybody else is going to disappoint you. I'm pretty sure it's very honest. But I understand that I will never disappoint you in my ideas. I'll give you all the ideas. I'll never disappoint you with my wisdom and words. I promise you, never. I promise you, although physically, everybody will disappoint you. I promise you, you want to go to the cinemas, but maybe your friends or your crowd that you hang around with never wants to go, because that's the disappointment. So I understand either way, you guys are welcome. I understand every single day that what's important every single day is understand that when I look at the crowd and when I look at people all day long, I understand how to really talk over the people. I understand how to look at four heads at once. I understand how to look at everybody at one time and speak all over their ass. I mean, understand? I mean, make sure you understand that what's important is understanding that no matter what, I'm just learning how to grow. I mean, guess what? I mean, everything's just a word, isn't it? I'm just looking at the crowd over here. I'm focusing on understanding that no matter what I do daily, is I'm focusing on loving myself all day long, because I understand I need to go and grow my business. I need to make sure that no matter what, that I have to look at the crowd today and have to speak over the crowd. I understand that they're over there in terms of 100 meters over there, but I can speak right directly to them right now. And I can see exactly what they're doing, and I can see exactly the nice, beautiful inch that you walk like this. I can see how you're walking. I can see how you talk. I mean, come and get this over here. I mean, come and get your business card. I understand that no matter what, I can see when people are just never curious about you. I can see from a mile away. I promise you, although, I never feel rejection anymore. I never feel rejection, because you never ever feel rejection from never ever feel rejection from other people. I mean, never feel rejection in this lifetime. I mean, understand that individual's never trying to kill me, is he? But he never just wants my business card. Or else they never want my business card, but they're never trying to kill me, are they? I mean, is that rejection? I'm pretty sure it's never a rejection, is it? Pretty sure now, you can see you can see that it's rejection in a way that they never want your business card, but are they trying to kill you though? I mean, they're never trying to kill you either. I mean, do you understand? But look at Jesus Christ. I mean, Jesus Christ came to the crowd, and he leads the crowd, and he talks to the crowd, but then the crowd really want to kill him. I mean, do you understand? So, is that rejection? I approach now, that feels like rejection to me. I mean, do you understand? But is his parents trying to reject him? I approach now, Mary's never trying to reject Jesus in a way that it's spiritual. I approach nothing spiritual can ever reject you. I mean, you're looking at me in the eyes, but you're never rejecting me, are you? I mean, but you're rejecting my business card. I mean, how about my business card over here? Approach now, you must understand either way, I can see that nobody's really trying to reject you today. I mean, understand? I mean, Jesus Christ on the cross is like this. I mean, I understand you guys are trying to reject me, but why are you watching me today? I mean, why are you watching me on the cross? I'm on the cross, but you're still there. I mean, why are you not rejecting me? I mean, you understand? Because how can anything spiritual reject you? I mean, you understand? I mean, people can reject you physically, but spiritually, I mean, you can watch me from over there, but I understand you're never rejecting me when you're watching me. I mean, you understand? I mean, you can just imagine how it is in Jesus' times on the cross, when Jesus Christ is on the cross. Or else when Jesus Christ is on the cross, I mean, I understand he's looking at everybody who's never rejecting him anymore. I mean, you understand? Because he's just a spotlight again. I mean, you must understand, to leave this world in the spotlight. So, I understand Jesus Christ left this world in the spotlight. I mean, you understand? I mean, Jesus Christ grew so much that he understands that he just wants to be the best. I mean, you have to be understanding that. I mean, you have to be understanding to be the best also. I mean, many people never feel worth it. I mean, they never feel that they can amount to anything because of their communicational skills with themselves. I have a nice, beautiful communicational skill with myself, which is this video over here. I understand, although that what's important is I'm still growing the video, I'm still giving you information, but I'm understanding I'm talking like this with myself all day long because I'm very positive. But those people who never want to step on the camera like this to talk, I mean, they are the ones that are lacking communicational skills. I mean, they are the ones that are doing depression all day long. I mean, they have anxiety. I mean, they have problems. I mean, they have problems they need to solve. But to solve those problems, then you have to solve each and every one of these people's problems as well. Because everybody understands right now that you can always solve a problem. I have no problems, but maybe you do. I want to solve your problems. I want to make sure I'll look at you, I'm understanding that my hands are cold. I realize my hands are cold, but other people will give it that nice, beautiful way of the dictionary that they can walk naked in the snow, man. I mean, they never feel cold, huh? I mean, you can walk in the snow all day with nakedness in your life. I realize now, walk naked in terms of nude. I mean, be nude all you like, but understand that some people understand my hands are cold. I mean, some people love to understand that when they're walking in the snow, I realize they walk nude and they act like very tough. I mean, be naked in terms of being nude on the actual street for 1 year of your life without putting clothes on. Avarosha, isn't that nice? So thank you. Avarosha, now, every single day, I understand that no matter what. I realize now, it's just the way it feels, doesn't it? I realize it feels that people are just going to watch you and they're going to understand that either way, that what's amazing every single day is understanding that you have to go and check out my business card as well. I have something nice to give you every single day. I'm focusing on understanding that no matter what I do, I'm focusing on understanding that some people just walk around life acting all tough and it's so windy outside and they have no shirt on, man. I mean, it's so windy. I mean, they get sick very fast, but they never tell you that. I mean, you understand? I mean, no matter how much of a human you are, I mean, you have to wear clothes when it's windy, man. I mean, you understand? I've it's just common sense. When I see one individual wearing clothes, but the other one's never wearing clothes, I understand that when I ask Jesus Christ, I mean, what does Jesus Christ wear today? Jesus Christ says, hey, I'll wear a jacket. Jesus Christ wears a jacket right now. I can see it. I mean, Jesus Christ never walks with shorts on today, man. I promise you. I mean, does Jesus Christ walk with shorts over here today? I promise you. I can see. I understand either way that what's amazing is Jesus Christ is still a great prophet. I mean, Jesus Christ never was a great prophet. I mean, Jesus Christ is a great prophet. I mean, you understand? I mean, there's a big difference. I mean, make sure you understand to speak the is right now. I mean, understand? I mean, never speak the was and what has been. I mean, speak what is now. I mean, understand? But if you speak what is from the past, then you relate it to this moment. But if you just say, Jesus was a great prophet, I mean, Jesus was a great prophet. I mean, what is that? I mean, what does that mean, man? I mean, it means that he's a great prophet, isn't it? I mean, how can he be a was? I mean, he's always now. I mean, in the sense of what's amazing is understanding that you never ever has been, you can only ever be in life. If you understand how to communicate yourself into greatness and you can focus on understanding every single day to look at the crowd and look at your words all day long and then understand how to really, really dwell upon communication with yourself and your child, and then you're understanding every single day to go and really be somebody be somebody greater in your life, and you're going to grapple with yourself all day long. I mean, you're going to grab yourself by the throat and you're going to say, hey, I love you. I mean, understand? I mean, make sure you understand that if you never want to hit yourself like this all day long, then it means you do love yourself. I mean, understand? I mean, if you understand how to never hurt yourself physically, then you do love yourself at some point. I mean, you do love yourself to some point. I never want to be hitting myself like this all day long. I never want to be hitting myself at all. I mean, if I accidentally hit the speaker, I say, I love I. I apologize, Danny, I never meant that. I just consciously say that. But I understand that what's important every single day is moving on with the conversation with your life. But if you have a conversation with your life, then come and get my business card, because that's a conversation of a lifetime. I promise you. I promise you. Now, every single day, what's important in your life today is understanding how to be inspirational, because no matter what you say or what you do, I promise you that what's important is understanding how to really dwell upon conversation with yourself and other people, because I understand this is important over here. I mean, come and grab it. I mean, making sure every single day, making sure that you must understand every single day that if you're making sure of something, make sure of your life first. Be first in your life all day long, because that's very important that you understand something right here. Now, I'm always looking at a nice beautiful tempo where I can understand how to communicate all my words of greatness all day long. Because I understand I have greatness today. I promise you every single day I have greatness. I'm understanding that today at 12 p.m. I understand it was raining, and I said to myself, I promise you that crowd that I speak with at the tunnel, I promise you they're saying that they just want to get by today. I promise you they're saying that they just want to get by, and they never want to do some public speaking at the tunnel, because I never see them do public speaking here. But they just want to get by. I mean, they just want to go to somebody's house and sit on the couch and be comfortable. I mean, they just want to go somewhere in terms of anywhere but outside. I mean, they never want to be outside. I mean, just they want to get through life. I mean, they just want to get through life in a way that they never have to be a star. I mean, they never have to be great, but they want to get through life. I want to get through life, but be a star in the process. I mean, that's the difference between us. I mean, you must understand every single day that no matter what, I said to myself, even last night at 9 p.m, I came there, and I came into my accommodation, or let's say my accommodation is my nice, beautiful word eye, but guess what? I finished this nice, beautiful podcast over here, and guess what? I start already saying I'm already here again. I'm imagining myself being here in 24 hours again, right away. I never wait 8 hours to say, oh, I have to go in 8 hours. I say, once I finish this nice, beautiful program, I recap and I say, hey, how do I feel about doing this public speaking seminar again in 24 hours? I mean, yes, I'm going to be here again. I am now here. I mean, never ever say that you're going to be. I mean, make sure that you just be. I mean, in the sense of what's important is communicational skills with everybody in your family. I mean, if you understand who your family is today, I promise you, it's just you. I mean, you have no other family members other than you today. I promise you. You are the biggest family member in your life. I mean, you must understand every single day that what's important is understand that you must go and treasure that skill set, which is that knowledge I just gave you. I mean, understand that you're your only family member in life. I mean, you're walking right now, but I'm walking with you. I'm walking with you. I support you, but come and get my business card as well. I mean, every single day, the what's important is understand that if you want to treasure life, then treasure yourself the most. I promise you, I treasure myself so much that I understand I have to talk in front of the crowd, even on a coldy day. I promise you, although, guess what? I promise you, that's my work, isn't it? I'll go in the cold, I'll go in the rain, I'll go everywhere I can to go and do my work. I promise you, I never get upset if the rain comes. I never get upset if the storm comes. I never get upset if the sunny day is too hot. I make sure I'm always learning how to communicate with myself and other people. But if you see a group that's always bunching up together, I promise you it's because they're walking so slow, aren't they? I promise you never walk with the crowd because the crowd walks slow. I promise you I'm walking fast over here alone. I never need to be with the crowd. I want to go and pull away from the crowd, man. I never want to be around the crowd, man. I mean, understand? I want to be away from the crowd. I want to be alone. I want social distance over here. I want to be socially distant with people because I understand I want to be with myself only. I never want the crowd around me. I mean, understand? Because I never want to walk very slow like the crowd does. I want to be running I want to be running 50,000 kilometers while the crowd is yet to start. I mean, understand? I mean, they're yet to start the race. I'm already 50 million kilometers ahead of them. I mean, understand? I never ever want to be with the crowd then. Understand? So what's important every single day is understanding how to treasure yourself all day long. And if you understand how to treasure yourself and other people, and you understand how to talk with yourself all day long, then you understand how courageous this is over here. I have a nice, beautiful business card to give you guys every single day. So I'm focusing on understanding on how to connect the dots together. But no matter how good you look, I mean, come and get it. I mean, make sure you understand that no matter what, you never hesitate to get my business card. I've actually make sure you understand to tell people in a way that you're showing them that you want to get their business card in a way. I want you to get my business card. I want your business card every single day. I'm understanding that no matter what, that every single day I understand that what's amazing about life is prospering, isn't it? I mean, when you can prosper and you can be in front of the crowd all day long and you can speak all day long and then you can also entertain the crowd, ha 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 ha. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I mean, fucking hell, mate. I mean, how much fucking times do you want to look at me, man? I mean, fucking get my nice, beautiful business card. I mean, isn't that fucking funny? I mean, understand, but that's comedy. I mean, that's how I can change my comedy really quickly. I can go into a comedian. I understand every single day that if you're going to promote something every single day, I understand every single day focus on understanding on how to speak with yourself all day long in new type of ways. So if you're eating something, I mean, just make sure it's veganism food. I mean, anything that's vegan food has to have plant protein in it. I promise you, plant protein is something that's going to be understanding of your life, that you're going to understand it. I mean, you're going to understand every single day what a plant protein is. I mean, make sure you understand that you have to be learning and growing along the way, and you have to look at the spacing. So I see this individual, but I see there's a 50-meter gap over here. But I'm understanding to connect the knots together in between the middle, and then I look at the crowd, but I'm looking far in between to understand what's happening around the world and how fast are people walking around me, because I want to understand how to talk over people in a way that I understand that no matter what, that I want to go and do much greater in a way that I'm understanding how to speak. But if some type of words pop up into your mindset before you can say it, then say what is on your mind, and that's it. I mean, say what is on your mind, that you never have to be shameful about it. I mean, understand how to talk with people all day long, but be aware of your surroundings in a way that you're going to talk all day long with yourself. So what I do all day long with myself in the mirror and all day long in life is I just think the word I, and I just have the word I in my sentencing. I mean, every single day, I'm always going back to the word I every single day in my nice and beautiful communicational skills. So I understand every single day I'm looking to understand people from the distance over there. I understand that when I'm speaking like this, I can understand straight away what's coming to me right now, and understand that no matter what, that my words are really, really pronouncing my nice, beautiful name today. I understand that no matter what, that you guys always have an opportunity to grab my business card today. Now, I understand that no matter what, I always have something greater to do every single day. So this is just something that I'm always thriving for every single day, which is just making sure that I'm in front of the crowd. I'm pronouncing my nice, beautiful voice in terms of everything that I am. I'm making sure that no matter what I do, that I'm understanding how to talk to people all day long, because I believe in greatness over here. I understand this is important. Now, it's every single day. They understand that no matter what, that every single day you must go and grow up. I mean, grow up to understand that no matter what, you're going to really, really treasure yourself all day long. But if you understand that no matter what, I never give up on I understand that when I see somebody who gives up on I give up on them. I mean, if you guys give up on me, I give up on you. I promise you, it's that simple. I'll give up on you if you give up on me. Now, every single day you must understand, I never give up though. I mean, you can give up on me all you like, but what's amazing is understand that I never give up on the word I understand that many people will just give up on you. Even if you're a public speaker, they never believe in a public speaker because it's just something that they never do. I mean, in a sense, so many people who never do something in life are people who are, let's say, negatively criticizing you to some extent, but they're also loving you to some extent as well. So in the nice and beautiful mixture of hate and love, I mean, is somebody trying to kill you today? I'm pretty sure if there's nobody trying to kill you today, then it's all love, isn't it? So making sure every single day you focus on understanding that what's important every single day is looking at the crowd and understanding on how to really deliver your nice and beautiful information. I understand that no matter what, I understand that many people are lacking communicational skills today. But I understand communication is so beautiful. I mean, it's so beautiful to be able to speak all day long. So I'm understanding either way that I have to get back into my nice and beautiful language products. So I'm understanding that I have to go and learn more Spanish. I'm understanding either way that I did delay it for a bit of time. I understand although that I trade my Serbian and Croatian and language classes to do some music production. So I go from, let's say today, for example, if I never came here to do my busking performance, then I trade busking performance with something else that I love to do. So then I say, hey, I'll just do my live coaching inside the accommodation then. I'll do this busking performance inside a video inside of my accommodation. I mean, do you understand? Instead of being at the busking performance. I promise you, if there's something that happens where I may never be able to do a video for you guys on a day, then I trade that time to do some music production instead. I then do some music production, so it just goes into somewhere else. So that energy that I stay here for however many hours I'm here for, I mean, that amount of hours that I have every single 24 hours can either go into music production, I mean it can go into life coaching, I mean it can go into writing something down, I mean it can go into singing all day, I mean it can go into acting, I mean it can go into traveling somewhere. I mean, you understand? I mean, that energy, I use it solely for I, in a way that I have a purpose for what I'm doing. I mean, you understand? So I'm understanding I never want to waste my energy. So I'm always understanding that I want to be alone to have the most energy. I promise you now, that's how you have the most energy in life. And it's just be alone all day with yourself in a way that you're always going to have a stance on you. So if you have a stance and you see people coming in like this, I mean, be able to understand how you're speaking all day long. So I'm always understanding that no matter what, I'm loving my life regardless of what's going on around me. But I'm understanding how slow people are in their communicational skills. I mean, they never trust us public speakers. So what I understand that if you trust a public speaker, then you get my business card right now. I understand that no matter what, every single day I understand that what's important is loving life all the time. So I'm focusing on understanding that I want to go and do the best job for everybody. I understand when I do the best job in my life every single day, I understand that no matter what I do, I'm understanding how to live life all the time. So I'm very cool with who I am every single day. I'm focusing on understanding that no matter what, I'm always interesting with what I say. So what I do every single day is understand how cool people can be with me and how can also people have that great attitude sometimes with how they walk. So understand that when you walk in a group, and I can straight away tell, are you nice or are you somebody who I may have to back away from in a way that you look dangerous. I can straight away see from you, straight away, I can see, are they kind individuals or are they dangerous individuals? I understand that no matter what, I can straight away tell the two. I can straight away understand that no matter what, then when I'm looking at somebody, I can see, are they dangerous or are they kind? I mean, are they criminals or are they Jesus Christ? I can straight away see what you are. I understand that no matter what, I can see the persona, I can see the attitude of how you walk and how you dress up is everything. So I understand if you look poor, then you're a criminal. I promise you. I promise you, if you look something great like me, I promise you Jesus Christ. I mean, understand? Right now, every single day you must understand this is Jesus Christ right here. I mean, you must understand that what's important every single day is understanding that no matter what you do, I mean, never be shy in front of people, but making sure that no matter what, that you pick up the gestures of other people. So if somebody smiles at you, I mean, pick it up and understand that you must be conscious about people and how they react towards you. So if you just look at people and you're studying people like this, so Tony Robbins says, study people and how they look at you. I mean, understand? I mean, study their reactions. I mean, study their shoes. I mean, study the jeans. I mean, what kind of glasses are they? I mean, how much are the glasses? I mean, do you understand? I mean, make sure you understand how much is your umbrella. I mean, do you understand? So make sure you understand. I'm always understanding exactly how much they're wearing in terms of clothing and in terms of price as well. So I understand I want to look the best in my price. I want to look the best in terms of how I dress. I understand straight away how much your clothing are. I can see it. I understand. So what's amazing is understanding that if you just invest in your clothing in a way that you just have one wardrobe where you have one set of going out clothes and one set of sleeping clothes. I understand. And then my jacket, I mean, as soon as I throw this jacket away, I get another one right away. I mean, I replace the jacket right away. But as soon as I throw the shirt away, I get myself another shirt right away. I understand. So if I throw my sloppy Joe away, I go and get myself another sloppy Joe. I mean, in a sense, so if I say, I'm sick of these jeans, I'm never sick of anything, but let's say that I want to throw my jeans away. Then what happens is I'll get myself another pair of jeans. I understand? Because I get myself another pair of pants or something like that. So I never want to throw my jeans away right now. I understand although that eventually these jeans will go in the bin, but I'll just replace it with some other type of pants. I mean, you understand? I mean, that's my wardrobe. I mean, there's no closet, mate. I mean, there's no closet. I keep my clothing in a bag. And then I can just get the bag and throw in the bin. I mean, I can just change my whole clothing perspective. I can say, hey, I have money. I mean, let me get a totally new outfit. I mean, let me get new clothing. Totally. I mean, I never have to replace just my jacket. I never have to replace just my jeans and jacket. I can replace the shirt and the singlet and the socks and the shoes all together in one day. I mean, I can look totally new. I mean, in a sense, so you must understand that. I can just get a plastic bag and I throw all my clothes in the bag and I throw in the rubbish because I have new clothing. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that whatever you want out of life is understand that no matter what or else you must be nice to what you have every single day. So if you focus on understanding that I'm always focusing on never having a pet for myself, because I understand that pets do drag me down. I'm actually having a pet. I have to pack it, I have to go get a food, I have to walk 20 minutes to get that food, to get it for the dog. I mean, 20 minutes of your life, I mean, I never have to do that. I never have to go getting pets, food and drink. I mean, because guess what? I mean, that's a waste of my time. I mean, but when you have a dog, when you have a dog and pets, then you're going to say, then you're going to say, no. I mean, pets are never a waste of time. I mean, yes, they are. I mean, they're a waste of time. I mean, I promise you. I promise you now, they're a waste of time in a way that you must understand that you must go and grow up without them. I mean, you must understand how it is to go and live your life in a way that you go and really, really dwell upon a better life. So understand this one over here is understanding me right now. I understand every single day. I'm looking to understand every single day. I have a nice, beautiful dog right here. I understand that what's amazing is a little pup over here. I understand it's a very nice, beautiful dog. I love you very much. I love you very much. I mean, you're very beautiful to me. I love you very much, boy. I understand either way, I thank you very much. I understand no matter what, it's very kind to have a dog around and to be able to go and speak to a dog all day long. But understand that dogs do tend to go on you and they do tend to wreck your clothing as well. So understand either way, that's why I never have dogs around. So either way, this one over here just splashed me with some water. But understand that dogs can get really, really dirty. I mean, in a sense, so if you have new clothing that you just did invest $1,000 on your clothing and the dog jumps on your clothing and it wrecks your clothing, I mean, you must understand, I mean, why did you go next to the dog? I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that if you're aware of dogs and that they're going to jump on you, I mean, make sure you understand that you never have to pat them in the first place and never touch them, because otherwise they just jump on you. I mean, understand? So make sure you understand either way that what's important is understanding to be free from enslavement of being a service to a dog. I mean, do you understand? I mean, have service with a dog in a way that you never have to own it. I mean, you never have to put on a leash. I mean, never put a dog on a leash. I mean, let it go and see if it comes back. I mean, I realize if it never comes back, I realize it's never meant for you. I mean, understand? So if you want a pet, I mean, have a cat. I mean, a cat will come back to you. I mean, a cat will come back to you. I mean, come and get it. I mean, this is very important for you. So I'm always understanding that no matter what, I'm looking at people in the eyes all the time. I'm understanding that no matter what, I'm understanding that what's important is understanding every single day how to grow myself in front of people. So I'm understanding I'm a life coach. I help you with information today. I give you a service of Jesus Christ. I give you a service of getting out of the 9 to 5 every single day. So I'm always understanding that whatever I want to do daily is I'm understanding that no matter what, I want to grow. I understand that whatever you have going for you today, I understand that what's important is understanding to commune. I mean, you must be in communion with your wife and your husband as well, and understand that no matter what you're doing today is understanding how to grow yourself and other people and being much more positive approach. You must be positive with yourself and public speaking, and eventually, I mean, you must be doing this. I mean, you must be copying me, but come and get my business card because I give you so much more information about what I do. Approach, there's so much more over here. So I understand that what's amazing every single day is understanding that no matter what I do daily, I understand I'm never ever sorry for anything. I'm never sorry for the person I am, but if you have to understand anything about me in life, I understand I do love you, I do love everybody in life. I understand that no matter what, I'm looking to understand every single day. I mean, come and get my business card. I mean, I'm always welcoming people. I'm always understanding that no matter what I do, I'm never leaving you out of the picture. I'm making sure that you understand that I'm always focusing on the crowd in a way that I'm helping people. I'm never in the crowd, but I'm just away from the crowd. I'm standing away from the crowd. I never want to be around the crowd, man. I want to be around here somewhere. I mean, you guys can go over there. But what's amazing is understanding that I want to help the crowd. I want to help the crowd. I just never want to be with the crowd. I never want to walk with the crowd. I want to be over here. I mean, that's the way I am. But what's amazing every single day is focus on never being around the crowd. I mean, in a sense, so every single day, focus on being the best version of yourself. I mean, in a sense, so you're always looking to understand that no matter what you want to do every single day is focus on a better life for yourself. But if you have people staring at you, I mean, stare at them as much as you can. I mean, it's so important for you. It's so important for yourself to understand the connection you have with other people who stop still to watch you. I mean, you must speak to them as much as possible, because that way you're going to get through to them every single day, and then you're going to understand how aware you can be in front of people who have that eye connection with you. And now when people have an eye connection with you, I promise you, they are honestly curious about you. But if they're never curious about you to grab your business card after you've been speaking to them all these words, I promise you have to be able to understand that what's important is make them come to you, but make sure you understand that this picture over here is more than enough for any smart individual to grab my business card. I promise you, the longer people watch you and they stand over here and let's say somebody's standing there, I promise you what I do is I speak to them as much as I can to get them to get my business card. But if it's never clear for them to get my business card right away, and they're standing away from me as much as possible to never get my business card, I promise you, then you're losing them. I mean, they're saying, so, I mean, if I continue to speak with somebody who's watching me for 10 minutes and I give my best, I'm giving my best about everything, but then they just leave. I mean, they're saying, I promise you, it always happens. I mean, why? I mean, because they have to be curious about your business card from the get-go. I mean, they're saying, so make sure you understand that from the get-go, if they're smart to grab my business card, first, that's the selling point. I mean, in a sense, so what's important is this whole seminar right here is a selling point. And it's more than enough for me to just stand here and just to talk like this and for somebody to just grab my business card without having to stand still right here so that I have to talk to them for 20 hours to get my business card. I mean, understand? Because those people who have to wait to get your business card are the ones who will never get it. I mean, I promise you, if they're never moving toward your business card, then guess what? I promise you, they're moving away from it quickly. So what you do is you continue to talk to them, but make sure you understand every single day to just go about your life, but make sure you have eye contact with them. And now, it's very important to have eye contact with people who are watching you. So the more you can watch them in daily life and sell them upon what you have, I promise you, the better your communicational skills in that moment. So understand that no matter what, that if you give up on me, I promise you, my business card and my information gives up on you. And that's it. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that no matter what, I give up on you if you give up on me. I never give up on you. I never ever, I promise you, I never give up on you. I promise you that you may give up on my business card though. I promise you that's the way it is. I promise you, I understand that no matter what, I'm learning from the crowd around me. I'm learning how people are. I'm learning how they dress. I'm understanding that no matter what, that when I have a great life for myself daily, I understand exactly where people are going. I understand that no matter what, I can see exactly who you are and how you're actually doing everything that you love to do. So I have this nice, beautiful business card every single day. I'm understanding that what's important for your life today is understanding how to really, really be something much more inspirational for your life. So I'm understanding that no matter what, I'm learning all the time. I'm always learning who I am. I'm learning how to be with myself. So I'm learning that no matter what, I understand every single day how to grow myself like a leader. I promise you, I'm always a leader with myself. I'm understanding every single day I have so much more to give. So I understand that no matter what, that for my 30s, I still have 2 years until I turn 30. I still have my whole 30s to be a public speaker. I have my whole 40s to be a public speaker. I have the whole 50s as well, and 60s and 70s. I have plenty of time to be a public speaker. I promise you though, that I understand that now, since I'm a music producer and since I do all this nice and beautiful content around the world, I understand that what's more important than music production is this right now in terms of what I'm doing, and it's the words I'm giving you. I'd rather give you words personally than music. I promise you. Words are much more inspirational than music ever will be. You must understand. It's much more important to be on camera and just speaking to people. I promise you, it's much more important than music production. You must understand that. But then choose to be a life coach and who gives people words, but then also do music, and now you're amplifying your success. I promise you. I promise you, if you have to pick between music production and Jesus Christ, then choose Jesus Christ. Because Jesus Christ is the music production. But then, as soon as you can beat Jesus Christ, then you can also do music production. But if you do music production without Jesus Christ, then you never ever have music production, and then you never even have life coaching. I went and I was doing music production at first without life coaching, and guess what happened? Guess what did happen? I gave up. I gave up on the music production altogether for 4 years. I never ever made one track, or I never even made one soundtrack for 4 years. Why is that? Because I lost myself completely. I gave up on it. I gave up on music production before. In a sense, so what I need to do every single day is I need you to come and grab my business card, because I understand that no matter what, I'm learning how to grow myself all the time. I'm understanding that no matter what, that now, since I have a nice, beautiful way of saying something, I understand that when I say it with the word I understand that it's I who said that. I realize that when my track is I, thou shalt never kill, I, thou shalt never kill. I promise you, I am that. I promise you, if it says never kill, I promise you that's never me. I promise you that's never something that I say. I promise you, I say everything with the words I. I promise you. I am the one who says it with the I. But I am also giving you the idea, I never kill people. Never go killing people. But make sure you understand that I have to place the I there. I promise you, there's an I before the never kill. I never kill. If I say to you, never kill, that seems like a demand. But if I just tell you, I never kill anybody. But that's how Jesus Christ is teaching you the Ten Commandments. Jesus Christ says, I respect my mother and father. Jesus Christ relates it to the word I. But if I told you today, respect your mother and father, it sounds like a command, doesn't it? It sounds very, let's say, arrogant. But if I just say, I respect my mother and father, isn't that much nicer to say than respect your mother and father? It sounds like a demand. In a sense, so what's important is understanding how to really live your life in daily life. I look at people who have such misery today, and they give me a handshake in terms of a head shake of they will never ever follow me. Guess what? If you never want to follow me, follow Jesus Christ, because I understand either way, I never need you. Every single day, focus on understanding that no matter what I do and what I say, I promise you other people are just going to be jealous and they're just going to hate me. I mean, they're going to hate me because I'm a public speaker. I mean, they're going to hate me because I have certain shoes, man. I mean, they're going to hate me because I have hairs on my hands. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that they are unaware of what they're doing. And they may shake their head at you in a way that they're very negative towards you. But guess what? I mean, they're never trying to kill you. But understand either way that they're lacking communicational skills, and there's plenty of people today that are lacking communicational skills. I promise you. Now, I'm never lacking communicational skills. I'm understanding that you can grab my business card. I promise you, there's no excuses. I promise you, there's no excuses. I thank you. I promise you now, every single day, that what's amazing every single day is understanding that no matter what, that I'm always somebody greater. I'm always understanding that no matter what I do, I'm understanding I'm always offering something. But when I see somebody who never wants my business card, I understand that they are afraid. I promise they're afraid of me. I mean, why else do you never want my business card for? I promise you, it's because you're afraid of me. I mean, those people who are afraid of me never want my business card. I promise you. I promise you now, every single day, they are afraid to see what is in my business card. I promise you. I promise you now, every single day, that what's amazing is anybody who can step up to get my business card has the courage of a public speaker. I promise you, that's it. I promise you, that's how simple it is every single day to focus on your life. And no matter what I say, I mean, I say all that and they just walk away. But I understand every single day that I'm focusing on understanding to just give you guys ideas. I give you guys the best ideas, but learn from these people, please. I mean, learn to see why they never want my business card. I mean, you're saying because that way you're going to react a better way, and then you're going to understand that I see people all the way over there, but I see arrogance, I see complaining, I see people bitching over there. I promise you, I can see the way they're walking already. I understand that no matter what, that every single day, I understand that some people are feeling a bit energetic, but I understand that no matter what, the other people are just sloppy. I mean, when I look at you, sir, I understand that you feel very, let's say what? I understand that he feels a bit in determination over here, but I understand I can see his nice and beautiful walk over here. I can see that I realize he has some determination. I can see his actual walk, even though he does walk away from me. I mean, I can see the determination in him. But I understand either way that I realize he never has the determination to learn from me. I understand? But when I look at other people, I'm pretty sure other people like this guy over here, I'm pretty sure I can look at him, I can see that he's very sloppy. I'm pretty sure I can see that right now. I can see something is just very, very, let's say, in depression with him. I promise you. I can just see that. I understand? So no matter what, that when I look at people, I promise you, just like that. So I'm understanding that no matter what, I'm always learning how to grow myself all the time. I'm understanding every single day I want to go and do much better. So I'm understanding when I do better, I'm understanding that no matter what I do, I'm always loving my life. I'm loving my life completely in a way that I understand that no matter what, I want to go and do my best. I'm just honest with you. I understand that if you realize every single day that when I just say what is, I can really see exactly what's on your mind. I can see exactly how you're walking today. I can see you two right over here. I can see, for example, that you guys are very, very much more in depression today. I can see it. I can see depression in you guys today. So you need to understand my business card. I promise you, it's very important. I can see these two over here have depression. I promise you now, when I look at this woman here, I can say she's cheerful. I can say she's cheerful. I can say, you look cheerful today. I promise you, when I look at this individual, I say this guy looks angry. I mean, I understand that. I can see that in the walk. I can see it like that. But I understand either way that I understand that what's important every single day is focusing on a greater life. I just want to say, guys, either way, to understand that what's important is focusing on a greater life for yourself. So if you call other people angry, Abrosha, guess what? Abrosha, if you say it to their face, Abrosha, they come and be angry with you. Abrosha, it's that simple. So if you understand either way, that I understand that what's important is focus on understanding that what you say about life comes true. I mean, in a sense, so no matter what, I understand I'm never a liar, but I'm understanding how to grow myself in better life. I'm understanding I'm ready to die. I'm ready to understand. I'm ready to just realize something about my life. I'm always understanding that no matter what, that I have to go and be much more positive. So either way, that if you go and do something to me every single day, I'm understanding that no matter what, that I'm always loving my life regardless. So focus on understanding that what's important is I'm never angry about anything in life. But understand that if you have to hit somebody over, let's say, a technology piece of technology or something like that, apparently it's never ever the way to go. But be the one that's never the one grabbing somebody's technology and trying to be angry with them, because I understand that either way that what you say goes. I mean, if you say something that somebody is going to come and kill you or something like that, apparently it's because they're coming to kill you. Apparently you have to understand that what you speak all day long comes true. So what you need to do is understand that if you go and really understand, for example, Jesus Christ says to people that they're hypocrites, for example. I understand, but guess what? I promise you, that's how it becomes. I promise you, straight away, I understand that Jesus Christ attracts a lot of hypocrites straight away. And then that's what happens exactly, doesn't it? I promise you, now every single day I'm understanding that what's amazing about I, in terms of my life, I understand I have my word I. I'm understanding every single day I'm focusing on a greater life. I'm never afraid to die. I'm understanding that no matter what, I want to live my life to the fullest. I want to make sure that no matter what, that I'm learning how to grow, because I understand that no matter what, I'm understanding much more about life. So I just picked myself up. I understand I had to chase my technology so I can do some work over here. I'm understanding either way that what's amazing is I have a purpose over here. I have a purpose. I never ever want anybody to come and steal anything from me, but I understand either way that there's nothing to steal from me anymore. I'm understanding that no matter what, that I realize something. I realize I have to be kinder to the world around me. So I understand that no matter what, that when I really, I realize when I understand you every single day, I understand who you are. So what is your name?
Derek, bro.
I understand your name is Derek. So what do you want from me?
I'm just saying hello.
I mean, what's important is understanding my business card. So I have a nice, beautiful business card over here where I can give you a lot of information about what you need in life.
A lot of information, bro. I just like to say that in life, if you get into life, there's if you take the wrong drugs, you can get caught into a mind trap. So yeah, like that's what I'm gonna say.
I realize now, I understand that is something that I talk about all the time over here. So it's something that you have to come and check out for yourself. So when I'm really speaking to the crowd around me, I'm understanding that what's important is, there's always something much more to say.
So I'd like to say, if you're outside the city tonight, don't take the wrong drugs, because then you go caught into a mind trap, and then you'll be thinking badly. So then, like, if you're gonna be stuck out here taking drugs and shit, you're gonna be like caught in a mind trap doing stupid shit you don't want to do, like standing outside talking to like a microphone or something, like going outside and playing rugby or like soccer or something.
I understand that what's important is understanding, for example, for myself, is I'm understanding to talk with you in a way that I'm positive. So no matter what you're saying, is I'm understanding I always want to be free. I'm understanding every single day. I'm understanding that what's great about me is I'm always living my life in the first place in a way that I'm first. So I'm understanding that if you say something about life, I promise you that's how it is. I promise you now, every single day that what you state in the word I comes true. I mean, you must understand that if you understand every single day to just be careful about how you speak all day long. So I have nothing else to say other than the word I every single day, but I'm focusing on the greater life for myself all the time. I'm focusing on understanding that either way that I'm always delivering. I'm delivering content. I'm making sure that no matter what, I have all the courage in the world every single day. I'm focusing on understanding that I want to go and deliver my heart every single day to go and be courage. But if I understand, for example, when Jesus Christ made something, I realize if, for example, anything happens, I understand that no matter what, I realize every single day that I'm learning how to grow. But if you go and really state something that is the obvious, I promise you it happens. I promise you it happens. So you have to be careful with how you speak in front of the present moment, because if you state something that's really true in front of people, and you really state that in front of them, and you really say it in front of their eyes, I promise you it just becomes true in your face. I promise you now, every single day, look to understand that no matter what you're doing, I promise you now, keep it to yourself in a way that you understand that what you speak all day long. I thank you very much. I thank you. I have no worries. I did attract that. I did attract that guy. I understand either way that what's important is I never blame anybody. I'm making sure I'm just growing myself anyway. I thank you. I realize every single day I'm understanding that what's important is I'm never a victim about what's happening in my life. I understand that what you guys did see in this video, I'm moving on already, but I'm understanding that what's amazing every single day is I understand that no matter what, that my life is the way it is today because I chose it like that. So everything that's been happening to me is because it's happening for me. And that's it. I promise you, I have to learn from that. I have to understand that what's amazing is I have to keep my eyes on the word I, and then understand to state something that is really behind the scenes in a way that I can see already what's going on. But I just move the other way now. I move in a way and I talk in a way that it's never really direct, in a way that I understand that if I state it right now, and I understand that what is amazing is understand go the indirect way and say something the indirect way about life, because that way it's the best way to understand how to live longer in this lifetime. But if you state something that you see in front of people right now, I promise you it's actually true, but I understand either way that they become somebody much more obvious every single day. So what's important is your heart. I mean, you have to have a heart every single day. I say hello. I'm saying I'm always very much more kinder to the world around me. But if you state that anything in terms of life, that what you are is what you say. So if you call somebody something in life, it's because that's what you are. I mean, in a sense, so realize this, approach now, every single day, focus on understanding that no matter what you call other people, I promise you, you're just calling yourself that. I mean, in a sense, so if you understand no matter what, that you be careful with what's happening. I mean, just understand that no matter what, I realize that now. I realize that no matter what, that this world, I have to go and really do better with my word. I have to remain positive. I understand that no matter what, that I never ever want to kill anybody, but I understand every single day that this world is never scary for me. I promise now, if Jesus Christ can live here, I can live here too. I promise now, every single day, no matter what, I'm understanding that I just want to grow myself anyway. I promise now, every single day, I'm always believing that there is God. I'm understanding that no matter what, that I'm never losing faith. I'm understanding that I just want to go and really grow myself in different ways now, because I understand that I just did shake myself in a way that I went and really did say the obvious of what I've seen, and that's what happens. I mean, if you state the truth to people, I promise you they hate you for it. I promise you people hate the truth. I promise you, as soon as you say the truth in front of their face, I promise you they come and it becomes true. But understand that truthful people, anything that's true is the way it is. So be able to state the truth is what Jesus Christ says. But Jesus Christ says the more you state the truth in front of people, the better for you. I promise you that's the best way. I promise you state the truth as much as you can, but learn from it as fast as you can. I promise you now, when Jesus said for them to be whatever he said in terms of the hypocrites out there, I promise you must understand that back then I'm saying either way that what's important is understand. Then in that story, you shall understand that your life has been much more. I understand that no matter what, then they become the hypocrites, and then what happens is the hypocrites have that story with Jesus Christ, and that's it. Because you must understand either way that Jesus is just honest. I mean, Jesus is just honest. But guess what? I promise you, if you're honest like that, I promise you, you can't die earlier in this lifetime. I'm just saying that. I promise you, you can't die at 5 years of age because you're so honest with people. I mean, in a sense, so either way, I promise you, that's the truth. I mean, in a sense, the truth is that the more you speak the truth, the more you can't die earlier. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that what's important is understanding how to grow. But then you'll learn that you can never die, really. I mean, you can never really die. But what's amazing is understanding that there is a better world than this. So every single day, be ready to leave this world and be able to understand that what you call others is what you call yourself. So if you call them any word in a dictionary, just make sure that you call them what you are only. Redirect people and their conversation and the conversation with themselves to yourself and how you are only. And never ever go looking at them and saying what they are in life, because that way you attract what you say. In a sense. So if you say something about somebody in life, then it happens that you attract those people into your life. In a sense. So make sure you understand either way that what's important is focus on understanding that if you think you're better than other people, then state it. I'm better than other people. Now, guess what? I'm always going to be around better people, aren't I? That's the way. Now, if you state anything of the obvious that's really truthful in your nature, then you're going to learn that that is actually coming true for you, and that's it. So if you say anything that you state right now in the moment, that's what is. In a sense, so what you need to do to understand how to speak in the moments with other people is understand that you have to go inside the indirect way of speaking. Make sure you understand that if you talk the truth at people and you point fingers of the truth at people, they just hate you. They always hate you. So what you need to understand is every single day, focus on understanding that you never need violence in your life. So if you see somebody who may be violent, never say that individual looks violent, because then guess what? They'll be violent with you. If you say that they're positive, then they're going to be positive with you. That's it. Now that's how it is. Now, if you call them anything like a drug addict or something, then guess what happens? That's because they are. In a sense, but guess what? That's how it is. Now, be careful with understanding anything about life. But if you call other people who are angry, now guess what you do? If you call them angry, then that's what is. Now guess what? No matter what, I understand that no matter what, that I'm never angry in my life. I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm looking to understand every single day to go and learn how to live my life in a greater way. So understand that you must never ever be angry in your life, and you must understand that no matter what, that I'm understanding every single day how to really talk much better, because I understand that no matter what, that what you state in the moment comes true. I'm understanding although that the truth does hurt, doesn't it? I mean, does the truth hurt you? I mean, guess what? I mean, the truth never hurts, man. I mean, the truth never hurts, but other people can try to hurt you to get the truth from you. I mean, understand? I mean, they can try to hurt you, but I mean, guess what? I mean, you must understand that nobody can really hurt you if you state the law that I can never be hurt. I'm never angry. I understand, so I'm always understanding that whatever I say comes true in a way that I'm understanding that I have to go and really position myself in a way to never be hurt and to never be in violence and to never get other people angry at me because I said that they're angry. I understand, because I'm never angry. So how can you be angry when I'm never angry? I mean, understand, but guess what? I realize that I am the word I, aren't I? I'm the word I, so I have to understand that what I state toward I is what I become. I mean, understand, so you must understand that what's important is realize every single day that you must have better communicational skills with yourself to never get yourself in a position of violence with other people. So that's through your words as well. So if you understand how to speak with people all day long, then you're going to practice that. I mean, you're going to be able to understand that sometimes people are going to come and they're going to grab your technology, and you're doing this technology so you can boost your legacy, but they never care about you. I mean, in a sense, so if you say that, then people never care about you. It's that simple. If you say that people do care about you, then guess what? Now you're reversing psychology, and then you're understanding that people do care about you. I mean, in a sense, so what you state is how it is. So focus on understanding either way. To understand that is the only way. So it's just find a better way of communication with yourself to understand that no matter what, that you must state the obvious in a way that you're growing with yourself in different ways, and then you're focusing on understanding to move away from angerness and from anything that's anger in life. So be understanding that anything that's in the moment with other people, I mean, just be talking indirectly with them only. I mean, be talking with them indirectly, because what you see right now is the truth. But if you state what you see in the truth of your eyes right now, and if I say the truth right now of what I see, I promise you people start hating me. I promise you I can just talk indirectly with these people right now, and they're just going to walk away. I promise you now every single day that no matter what, that I do something in my life right now is I never walk away from I never walk away from I. So what is happening every single day is understand that is the truth, isn't it? Because the truth shall set you free. I mean, what you want out of this life, and if you really command somebody to kill you, I promise you somebody will come and kill you. I promise you it's that simple. I promise you if you command to die earlier in this lifetime, it's because you said so. I mean, whatever happens to you in lifetimes of this lifetime is because you said that. I mean, somewhere along your communicational skills, I promise you that's what you want. I mean, do you understand? So Mahatma Gandhi did die at that age because that's what he wants. I promise you he did state that. I promise you he said that. Now, every single day, you must understand that whatever you become is what you eat. So make sure you understand that every single day, you're going to watch out. And I never want you to go kicking people if they go and grab your technology. So never get into that position in the first place. I mean, never get to the point where somebody has to steal your technology. I promise you there is a way. I promise you there's a way to understand that you can be totally free in this lifetime and there's no violence around you ever, if you understand how to communicate that. I promise you that's it. I promise you just avoid the violence and avoid people who are violent. I mean, understand? I mean, if you state to violent people that they're violent, I promise you they'll be violent with you. I promise you, and that's it. I promise you now, they're just unaware of that. I mean, they're unaware of that. But guess what? I mean, you can be aware of what's going on around you now. I had to pick up my nice and beautiful phone and I had to go get it from that guy. I had to go get that phone from my guy because I understand no matter what, that I understand that I'm just the word I, but understand that since I do get that phone right now, I have the phone right here. So I understand I'm really stating something right now that no matter what, that I'm understanding right now, that I'm just going to move on, because I understand that if you move on with your communication, I promise you it's very important that you understand that I do have my technology. I get it from somebody that I understand every single day that can give it back to me, because I understand either way that I want to go and do better. But if you always, I realize if you're causing people violence to get your technology, then what does that say about you? I understand, so that's a really, let's say, a nice way to say, hey, I mean, if you're violent with people, why are you getting your technology? I mean, what does that say with you? I understand, I mean, why are you being violent? I mean, Jesus Christ in that situation never ever wants to hit the individual for getting the phone. I mean, why did you hit them for the phone? I mean, you understand? I mean, why did they grab it from you in the first place? I mean, understand? But guess what? I mean, that's the way things are, isn't it? I mean, you must understand. I mean, why did you state that they are angry for? I mean, when you state to them and you say to their face, unfortunately, then they're going to react in anger and they're just going to get your phone, aren't they? I mean, because you said that they're angry. So what you realize is it comes back on you again. But if you understand every single day, it comes back to the word I. I mean, focus on understanding that I'm just learning over here, but there's a better way to understand that you can live a clean lifestyle away from people and away from violence if that's what you choose. I promise you, other people are choosing to be around violence. I mean, they're choosing to be around violence every single day. It's because they are communicating that all day long. So what I want to communicate is something that's never ever going to grab my communicational style in a way that it's negative, because I'm never negative in my communicational style, because what I understand right now is, realize this, I'm always positive. I understand everything is positive around me. And now, guess what? I realize I reverse psychology that, and I realize that now everything's positive around me. So if you just say the world is good, I promise you now the world is good, isn't it? I promise you that's it. I promise you now, never ever judge anything but good. I mean, now, judge only the word I and say, I'm only the word I. I mean, I'm only the word I, but the world is good. I mean, if you understand that God never said that the person is angry, actually, God never said that the person is negative, actually, God never said that the world is evil, or the world is a drug addict, or this person's a drug addict or a rapper. Actually, God said the world is good, isn't it? Actually, that's it. Actually, that's the command. Actually, now, since it's a command, I choose to be good. I choose to be good. I choose it. Now, it's no longer a command, is it? I just choose to be good. That's my free will. I mean, in the sense, so make sure you understand every single day, I'm getting better in my communicational style now. I am improving my communicational style. I'm never afraid. But just before I came here, I understand every single day my word I is here complete. In terms of I'm completing my word I. But I'm understanding either way that I have to move on with my communicational style in a way that I'm going to go and talk something different in an indirect way. So I want to be very indirect with people when I speak to them, but I want to be direct with them exactly when I speak with them in a way that's very, very, let's say, positive with them only. So even if they look like liars and cheats, I'll say that they're never liars and cheats. Now that's it. I mean, in a sense, so no matter what, that's the way it is, isn't it? You must understand how to talk with people. So if somebody lies to you, I mean, say that they never lie. I mean, just be honest with yourself, because you never need liars around you. So say that people never lie around you, and that way you understand either way you're never going to be around liars. So that's what I believe every single day. I focus on understanding that no matter what, that I'm just going to go and do something much greater every single day. And then I focus on understanding that's how you have to communicate. I mean, I'm communicating the best I can, but I'm understanding that no matter what, that I realize something. I realize that there's always a better way for me in terms of my I. I'm just the word I never consider myself anything else except the word I. But if you understand that, if you just really, really understand my courage today, I'm able to stand in front of the crowd here because I can communicate goodness. I can communicate being good. I can communicate being away from violence. I can stand here all night and being away. I can be away from people who are criminals. I can be away from people who may be criminals around me. But guess what? I'm never a criminal. I'm never a criminal. I understand? I mean, do you understand? So a criminal can't be standing just around me right here. I understand? But guess what? I'm just going to give attention to the word I. But if you just give attention to the word I, then how can you really judge something? I mean, all you really judge is the word I, and then say that individual is I. I mean, now, that individual is never going to grab your phone in the first place. But if you call them angry, then they can, out of anger, do something to do you a favor, in terms of to say something about you. I understand? So, if you say they are angry, then they choose, by example, to be angry with you. I mean, in a sense, so realize every single day that it's just a test. I mean, it's just a test. So what you need to realize is focus on understanding to speak goodness and positivity, and also the word I. But speak the word I even more than anything else. So what you need to realize is if you speak the word I only and never ever judge what people are except the word I, that's the best way, isn't it? But then speak indirectly with people, that you judge them as the word I completely. I mean, look at the present moment. So if I look at this man over here, I'm going to say that's I. I mean, that's the word I. I mean, now I understand either way that I'm repelling them from actually causing me violence. I mean, in a sense, because that's I. I mean, when I call you my I mean, guess what? I mean, you guys will never ever cause me a violence because I call you my word I. I'm pretty sure that's it. I mean, I'm safe now. I'm safe forever. I mean, nobody can touch me in this lifetime. I mean, if Jesus Christ went to the people and said, you are my I, in terms of life, I'm pretty sure now, guess what? I'm pretty sure now Jesus Christ can always say that, and he has. I mean, do you understand? In other ways. I mean, in a sense, so Jesus Christ said everything in this lifetime. But realize this, that in the present moment, I'm pretty sure he did state that they are hypocrites. I mean, you understand? So when I'm pretty sure now he chose that. I'm pretty sure Jesus Christ chose to say that toward them. But if Jesus Christ just went the other way and he said, you guys are my word I mean, now it's different, isn't it? I'm pretty sure no longer are the people going to remember hypocrites, but now they're going to understand that they are more like Jesus Christ. I mean, in a sense, so what you need to realize is that's God's game. I'm pretty sure God wants that story to happen. Pretty sure God's saying, yeah, I'm pretty sure, I mean, do you understand? I mean, that's how it's meant to be. I mean, it's meant to be that kind of story in this planet. But what you need to understand, if Jesus never calls them hypocrites here in the Bible, he never dies on the cross, I promise you. I promise you. Now, it's just that one word that put him on the cross. I mean, do you understand? So you must understand either way that God says everything. I understand, but either way, that what's amazing is God speaks the truth. I understand. So if you go around calling people hypocrites today, I promise you they'll put you on the cross as well. I understand. So make sure you understand. I mean, every single day, make sure that what's amazing in life must be the word I promise you, the word I is going to go and understand every single day. Be indirect with people while also stating the obvious, which is in the present moment, and only ever judge the present moment as the word I mean, never ever say anything else other than the word I in the present moment, while indirectly we're speaking about what people are indirectly and what they're doing indirectly. And never to their face. I mean, never ever say to their face what they are other than the word I mean, understand? But indirectly, I can exactly see who you are, indirectly. But I can see right now, say that you're my word I in my present moment. But I understand that. I understand in the present moment. I can state only the word I in this present moment. But I can never state any other word. So if you look at the dictionary, in the Bible and in the life of the dictionary in this life. I mean, go and grab the dictionary. I mean, how many words are there? I mean, stay in the present moment that everybody is just the word I, and never call them successful, and never call them failures. I mean, never call them anything else other than the word I mean, if you understand how to do that in the present moment, but then in the nice, beautiful background like this, I see many successful people, but they're doing this and this and this. I see many failures are doing this and this. I mean, now we're giving ideas, but it's never to her. I'm never saying it to her, am I? I'm saying it indirectly. I'm saying it indirectly because if I go up to her and I call her really in the moment and I say that she is a failure, I mean, understand? But make sure you understand that this is indirect right now. I mean, this is indirect. I mean, this is never to her exactly. I can call her successful too, but make sure you understand that I never do that. I never call her successful. I never call her a failure. I call her my word I to her face. I mean, you're the word I mean, that's it. I never judge you for who you are. I mean, that's how God wants you to understand every single day, to judge people just as the word I, but then say anything you want indirectly to people. I mean, call people hypocrites indirectly. I mean, understand? I mean, indirectly, but never to their face. I mean, in a sense, to make sure you understand every single day that when I really say that right now, I'm saying it indirectly, aren't I? I mean, everybody's just the word I, though. I mean, understand? But if I look at your face and I say, you guys are hypocrites. I mean, do you understand? I mean, that's different. I mean, and then if I state the obvious of why I believe that, because you get even angrier. And if I state the obvious of why I even believe that and that and that about you being a hypocrite, then you get even angrier at me. I mean, do you understand? Because that's what Jesus Christ was doing to the people back then. And that's why they were so angry at him. I mean, do you understand? I mean, guess what? I understand Jesus Christ now. I mean, understand, but if Jesus Christ went indirectly to just call everybody the word I back then, and speaking everything indirectly and just going away from the crowd, but getting the 12 disciples in a way that we're going to speak about the crowd indirectly and never be around them. I mean, guess what? I mean, Jesus Christ can do that. I mean, Jesus Christ can go with the 12 disciples to somewhere around the world in Israel, and guess what? I realize he never has to be with the crowd, does he? But Jesus Christ wants to be with the crowd, calling them hypocrites. I mean, he wants to be doing that. So I realize you must make sure that's why he went on the cross, to die for you. I mean, in a sense, so that's a story about Jesus Christ. I mean, that's how God wants it to be. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that God came down for you, so he can tell you this. I mean, in a sense, so make sure that you understand I'm just passing on knowledge right here. I'm just passing on what I believe. And that's it. I'm understanding that what I believe is what you must believe. Because I understand every single day, I understand how it is. I understand, I'm very certain about this. I mean, in a sense, to make sure that you understand that no matter what, that now, I'm always talking indirectly with people. I'm learning today either way. I never want to hit other people. I never want to hit other people. I never ever go to other people to hit them first. I never go to do that. But you must understand that what's important is understanding that I feel safe completely. Going and roaming the nights completely somewhere safe, alone. I can go anywhere at night time and anywhere and do anything. But at night time, it's very cold. I mean, it's very cold at night time. So what I want to do at night time is I want to stay where my bed is. I want to be on my bed. I want to be with a heater somewhere in the night time, even if it's summer. I mean, in summer, I get cold as well. I mean, in a sense, so what I need to do is I need to talk about myself in terms of my word I need to talk about I all day long and just focus on I, and that way I never judge anybody. But if I focus on you more than myself, then I'm full of criticism on you. I mean, in a sense, so if I focus on anybody else other than I, then it's full of hatred to everybody. And that's everything that's unaware. I mean, in a sense, so what I focus on is I'm delivering content. So what I need to do to get people to get my business card is I need to say the obvious. I need to tell people really in the present moments, every single time, I need you guys to grab my business card. Whereas when I say that, and I really, really say it, I'm rushing out, what happens? I mean, somebody's going to grab it. I mean, if I state the obvious and I say, I want you guys to grab my business card, literally to their face, I promise you now, if I say that, I promise they'll come and grab it. I promise you now, every single day you must understand that's how it is. I promise you, if you look at them in the eye and you say, I want you guys to grab my business card, I promise they'll grab it. I promise now, every single day that if they never grab it, I promise now, you must understand they have to. I promise you, I want you to grab my business card. I realize now, this guy's just going to run away. Now, either way, that's a failure. Isn't that a failure? I already have my business card. I mean, guess what? I mean, either way. I mean, guess what? I mean, that's the perfect definition of how to get your business card across, isn't it? I mean, do you understand? I want you to grab my business card. I mean, do you understand? Like, I understand that people never care about I mean, understand? But I care about I mean, understand? I care about the word I, because I understand everybody is the word I. So now, what I've done is I've brought everybody into the present word I. Now I'm aware of it. I'm aware of that now. So what I need to do daily is I focus on understanding that now my communication is better. I'm actually lifting my communication once again. But I understand every single day that now I'm going to talk indirectly in terms of the word I, and I'm going to relate everything to the word I daily, so I can understand that no matter what I do, is I'm showing people in the moment right now that I want them to pick up my business card. I realize I could stay there with my words, but they're just going to run away with the bike, like you're seeing, for example. So I just put my business card on the floor and ask and you shall receive. I understand? So I'm asking right now, but just putting my business card on the floor and I'm saying, I want you guys to pick up my business card. I mean, I never have to say it with my words anymore, but it's just there. So what I do daily is I make sure that no matter what, that I never have to hit anybody in my lifetime ever again. I'm making sure that no matter what, I understand how that is. I'm understanding I never meant that, but I understand every single day. I never ever touch anybody first. I mean, understand? I mean, if anything around violence happens, it's because they touch me first. I mean, understand? I mean, whereas other people touch me first, and that's why I may get violent, but I never get violent anymore. I mean, understand? I mean, if you touch my technology, I mean, guess what? I'm helping myself with this technology. I mean, why do you want to grab it from me? I mean, why do you want to smash it? So what do you want to say? So what do you want to say? I mean, I say I never ever want my technology stolen. So I put my word in terms of the I in the present moment, and I make sure it never happens again. I mean, approach it, that's it. Approach it, that's the answer. So what you need from life is understand that this world can be dangerous if you understand how to really live your life in a process. So what you need to do is when you're looking at people is talk indirectly and look at them in a way that you understand how to feed people ideas, but look at people in a way that you're never ever talk directly at them. I mean, if you talk directly at somebody, then it means that it's really that you're demanding from them something. I mean, in a sense, what you need to do is you need to really talk inspirationally through the subliminal language, which is subliminal. So, since I'm talking to you guys here, I mean, these other people are never really listening to me. I mean, in a sense, so that's subliminal language going on. So, listen to the silence over here. I'm talking in silence right here. I'm never talking at them. I'm talking to you right now in silence. I mean, this is really silent because you came to me. I mean, in a sense. But with you, I'm talking right at you. I'm talking right at you. But where is this actually going in terms of life? I'm talking at you, but it's going online. But then you found me online. I mean, in a sense. So what happens when you find me online and I talk at you like this? I mean, you are my student, aren't you? I mean, there's no need to be angry at me because I'm never even around you. I mean, in a sense, so what happens is, then you really understand how I'm talking directly at you. So online, be direct with people. Online, but in life, in terms of real life, be subliminal with people. In terms of be indirect with them. So when I see somebody and I see how they're talking with themselves, I realize when I see how they're talking with themselves, approach now, I never state that. I never state that they're doing that, because if I state that they're talking to themselves, approach, that means they may want to kill me. I understand? So make sure you understand that what's amazing every single day is focus on understanding that sometimes you may see people talking to themselves, but never state the obvious that they're doing it. I mean, make them figure it out. I understand? I mean, make them find the idea there. But if you state the obvious of what people can do in the moment and you tell them directly to do this, unfortunately, they'll never do it. Unfortunately, it was your idea. I mean, make them find the ideas by talking indirectly to them. So if I say, I went over here and I was doing this, I found a way to do this and this and this. Unfortunately, now since you said that, unfortunately, they're going to pick up that knowledge and they're going to make it their idea. So let's say you want to make $1 million. I say, I made $1 million by just going to the bank, and I went to the bank and I get myself real estate from the bank because they have all the money, and then I pour into real estate and have $1 million. I gave you the idea, but I talk it indirectly in a way that I'm talking about I instead of them. I mean, understand? But if I go and really tell somebody what to do in a way that I say, you must go over here and go to real estate game because you can go to the bank and then you can go and do this and this and this. Unfortunately, guess what happens? Unfortunately, they'll never do it. Unfortunately, I'll never do it no matter how motivational you are. I understand, because you state the obvious over here and you're really telling them the idea. But guess what they can do? Unfortunately, if you tell me this, unfortunately, then guess what? I get the idea, I say, hey, I realize that's my idea now. I take responsibility for that. I mean, that's why I read. I go on actual reading online and I start getting an audio book and I say, I get the question. I understand what you're saying. I mean, you're saying for me to go to the bank to get the money to pour into real estate because that's how you made $1 million. I mean, now I understand you're just trying to help me. I mean, you're never trying to really tell me what to do, but you're really trying to give me an idea. I mean, now I can see the idea. I have no offense against you, but I'm going to listen to you. I mean, that's different. I mean, if that guy who was angry at me just said, hey, I understand this guy just says that I look like that in terms of I look angry, but I'm never angry, am I? I'm never angry. So I want to go up to this guy and I want to tell him, hey, I'm never really angry. I understand. I apologize for saying that you're angry then. I apologize for that. I mean, how do you feel about that? I mean, let's have a conversation about that. I mean, what did happen? I mean, when I said that he was angry, I mean, he came to get my phone to steal it from me and to throw it into the wall somewhere. I understand? but he had no courage. I mean, he had no courage and ability to understand what he was doing. I mean, he had no courage and ability to speak up and say, I'm not angry with you, man. I mean, in a sense, so what happens is when this happens and people are actually angry when you say it, obviously that's what happens, and they come directly for you. I mean, in a sense, so if you see anybody who is, let's say, a killer or something, and you state that, obviously you say they are a killer, obviously guess what happens? Obviously they come and kill you right on the spot. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that what's important is talk indirectly with people while also watching people at the same process, but making sure that you understand that I'm trying to really dwell upon a better life over here. So make sure you understand that otherwise if you see a killer in real life and you understand that they're killer, obviously guess what you do? I mean, be quiet about it. I mean, be quiet that they kill people. I mean, be quiet about it. I mean, state that the word I is there. State that the word I is them who is you. I mean, I understand it's really, state that the word I is everything. And just say I is everything. I understand that individual is just I, if you have to speak to them. I mean, understand? I mean, if I see a killer today, I understand either way. I can say, I never see a killer. I can stay right now, I just go and really reverse psychology. I never see killers in my lifetime. I never see a killer. Now, I never see killers. I never see negativity around me. Now, since I state that, I've never seen negativity around me. I see always positive, always. I mean, in a sense, so I never see negativity around me. I never see killers around me. I never see drug addicts around me. I mean, say that for yourself right now, and then that way you're going to, I mean, that's how you're going to perceive the world as well. I never see hatred around me. I never see people hating around me. I mean, in a sense, so what I do every single day is understand now that's my reality. I mean, now exactly I see that in everybody. So what I'm doing every single day is I'm understanding I always have a business card right here. I'm understanding that when I point my nice and beautiful hands right here to understand to just show people my communicational gap of having a nice beautiful business card right here, I understand that what happens is I can say it's indirect. I can show people right now to come and get it, but it's indirect in a way that people are aware of Russian now. People are really, let's say, aware of they're aware of what I'm doing with my blogging language. But what's amazing is if anybody, let's say, points fingers at you or something in a subliminal way, in terms of, I mean, they do it in a indirect way, and they're really, let's say, doing something subliminally in a blogging language type of way. Person, nobody's really violent with you in actual, let's say, blogging language. So what you need to realize is what's important is understanding how to speak to people all day long, and then focusing on how to grow from that in different ways and learning from it really quickly. So when I understand how to talk with myself, I understand that no matter what, I'm learning how to be indirect. So sometimes something may come into my heart and I may say something about somebody inside. I mean, I may keep it to myself, but that's indirect. I mean, that's just with I. So I realize that no matter what I do is if I state it right now, I can because it's indirect. I mean, that's it. So what I do is I say, if I see a drug addict around, I understand that either way, that is something indirect right now with everybody else around me because they're gone. I mean, you understand? I mean, if you state it to their face, probably that's different. But if you see, for example, somebody like Wiz Khalifa or something like that, and you say, hey, that individual's a drug addict. I mean, I can say it because it's online. I mean, I can say it. I mean, that's honest. But if I go up to his face and I say it, I promise you now, what happens is, I promise you now, that's what becomes. I promise you then, if Wiz Khalifa is right in front of my face and I say exactly what I mean, I promise you that's because I'm around that individual now. I mean, why are you around drug addicts for? I mean, understand? So never ever state the obvious in a way that it's never the word I. So if I come up to Wiz Khalifa, I may call him a drug addict I may call him a drug addict online, but if I come up to his face, I say, you're my word I, man. I mean, that's all you are. I mean, in a sense, so what happens is Wiz Khalifa actually is my word I. So what happens is, I realize he's never going to be violent with I. I mean, in a sense, because that's what he is. But if I call him a drug addict in front of his face, then I'm never around drug addicts. So never call people drug addicts if you never want to be around them. I mean, but call them drug addicts indirectly. I mean, never state it to their face. But if you state it to their face that they're a drug addict, but then you're going against your will, because you're saying all the time, I never want to be around drug addicts. So what happens is that what you state in the present moment is who you are. I say all the time now that I see many drug addicts around in this tunnel, I promise you, I can see them. But I never state it to their face, because I myself never want to be around drug addicts. I understand? So what you state in the present moment is who you're around and who you're with right now. I mean, who you follow in life is who you are. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that if I follow somebody, I follow the word I only. I state it right now, I follow the word I only. I mean, in a sense, so that's who I am right now. So every single day, focus on understanding that what's important is I'm learning a lot today about everything. So I'm very thankful I'm here today to really grow myself. So when I look at people in the crowd, I understand Ben Harvey says, look at them in the crowd and state the you and be honest with them. But I understand either way that he can be direct as well. I understand although that if you look at the crowd, for example, and you understand to speak, speak indirectly to them. I mean, never ever speak directly to the crowd while you're public speaking, because if you speak directly to them, then what happens is you miss out on everybody else. I mean, but guess what? I mean, you're never missing out on anybody else. It's just that whatever you state directly to this individual, everybody else can hear you. I mean, but if you state anything directly to people, I mean, if you say anything directly to them, I mean, just call them the word I, because that's the way to go and that's the way of life, because Jesus Christ says, I am the way of life. I mean, do you understand? So what's important is understanding that I is the way. So if you contact people in the word I, and you said, and you say that you are the word I to me, I mean, I promise you that's what everybody becomes right now. I promise you everybody else's reactions toward me in terms of their subliminal language and what they feel about me in life. I mean, what's important is understanding that it's all indirect. So they can have the worst angle of expression against me in a way that it's for me, in a way that I understand that no matter what, I'm never negative, but understand that they never have to get my business cards either, but that's indirectly, that's all indirect to me. But if they get my business card and throw it like this, that's direct to me. Is it really? But it's really indirect. It's indirect as well. That, you must understand. I realize this right here is direct and indirect. Do you understand? Body language is direct and indirect as well. I promise you that's always the way it is. I promise you it's indirect and it's also direct. Every single day I understand that no matter what, that if you just go and understand that your words can be indirect and your words can also be direct. So all I'm saying is in daily life around people, be direct in a way that you just state the word I and that they are the word I. So never judge them as any other word other than the word I in a directful way with them, life to life in terms of face to face, but indirectly state whatever you want about them. Do you understand? Just make sure you're using the word I regardless. You can call them negative. You can call them positive, or else you can call them whatever you want. But make sure, anyway, call them something much better. Call them much better than negative. Because what did God say about this world? And God says it indirectly. Guess what? God says in the Bible, the world is good. But I understand that is something I choose, because that's an idea. But I understand God right here. I understand that God's saying something right here where I understand I get to choose that for myself. I understand that either way, it's never a command to me anymore. Because if you understand that somebody says the world is good, then guess what? Jesus Christ can say, by whose law? Either way, that's just a smart-ass joke. Do you understand? So make sure you understand that. God says the world is good, but then Jesus Christ, the Son of God, is saying to God, by whose law? It's just a question, but I understand every single day that what you need to realize is the world is good. So if you judge people as good, then or else they'll be good with you in the present moment. I mean, do you understand? So all I ever judge in this present moment with people is the word I. I never say anything else about them other than the word I. But God will say that they're good. I mean, understand? I mean, God will also say that I promise you, God will go the word I promise you. I promise you, the word I is even better than the word good. But what you state as the word I is exactly as you are. So if you state that people are the word I promise you, what happens is eventually people become just like you. So they act just like you. So I understand you guys are the word I. I understand that since I say that, virtually people just act like I now. I understand I want you to pick up my business card. I understand I have something to give. I understand every single day I'm learning something much more famous every single day. I'm learning that no matter what, they have something great to give. I understand? I mean, when I state something every single day, the word I promise you, everybody else becomes the word I. So whatever I am in life is what they are. I mean, I'm no criminal. So if you're a criminal and you state that everybody's the word I promise you, they become just like you and you attract criminals in your life as well. Because if you're a criminal and you're calling people that they're just like you, I promise you, then you just attract criminals in your life. I promise you, if you say, I'm never a criminal though, I'm never a criminal, but everybody's the word I promise you, now, either way, now you're going to attract anything that's never a criminal. I mean, if you're a criminal and you say everybody's the word I, then you attract criminals in your life. I'm just the word I because I'm never a criminal. I promise you, now, I understand either way, I'm much more positive about it now, but I understand that what's important is I never attract criminals in my life. Because I never choose to see criminals around me. I promise you now, either way, I can see criminals all the time. I never choose to state that they're criminals. I never choose, I mean, if you're a drug addict, and you stand up in front of me over here, I never call you a drug addict in front of me. I never want to be a drug addict. I never want to be around drug addicts, so I never call you a drug addict. I mean, you get it? I never call you a drug addict in front of me, even though you do a lot of drugs behind the scenes. I never call you a drug addict. But even though if I call you a drug addict, I promise you it's the truth, isn't it? I mean, do you understand that? But what I say to your face is, I'm just like you, but you are the word I. I mean, guess what? I mean, I judge you as I. I mean, you are a drug addict, but you're the word I to me when I say that to you. I never call you the drug addict. I mean, in that sense, so what's important is understanding every single day, I have a nice, beautiful way of I have a nice, beautiful way of stating my language much better now than ever before. I'm understanding I'm much safer now than ever before. But what's important is understanding that no matter what, that if people want your business card every single day, then focus on understanding that anybody who's shouting at you but walking away is what? I promise you they are more what? I mean, they're more direct with you. I mean, they're more direct with you, aren't they? I mean, they're speaking directly at you and shouting at you. So what you need to realize is never try to talk to people who are shouting at you. I mean, I'm just learning this now. I mean, in a sense of what you need to realize is just the other day, I had one guy who was retaliating to the woman's shouting. So she was saying, shut up! And she's saying, shut up! And she's just continuing. So I just was looking at her and I just didn't stay silent with her. But then this guy who was talking with in terms of I was talking with him, I mean, he turns around and he says, what, bitch? I mean, he's talking to her. I mean, he wants the trouble. I was silent with him. I was silent with her and him in that moment. But I was never trying to talk back to her. I never want to attract her into my life, but he does. I mean, he will call her, what, bitch? I mean, come here, bitch, I'll fucking kill you. I mean, in a sense, so make sure that you understand that what's important is understand, never talk to people like that, but understand I never kill anybody. I make sure every single day that what's important is understanding this. I mean, never talk to people who are yelling at you. I mean, never talk to people who are negative with you. I mean, if people are calling me whatever that's negative in front of my face and they're stating it in front of my face, I understand that either way, I can talk over them in a way, I can shout at them in a way that it's really, really, let's say, positive. So I can say, I am Jesus Christ. I am Jesus Christ. I realize that I state the truth because this is what I do. I can really understand to talk over them. I mean, do you understand? I realize but I understand that what is the solution here, I understand it's really understanding that if somebody is just very negative with you, I mean, just say, I agree with you. I agree with you. I mean, if you agree with them, first they'll never cause you trouble. I mean, guess what? I mean, if you let your phone be stolen, first then you learn your lesson. I mean, then you learn your lesson. First now, if you go and try and grab the phone from them that they are trying to steal from you, first instead because you're trying to give your life away. I mean, first it's just like that. First now, you must understand either way that I am ready to go. I'm ready to go, but I understand I'm much more important than my technology. I'm much more important than everything. I have my word I, don't I? I understand. So what's amazing is every single day, I understand that no matter what, that every single day I'm focusing on delivering content, but I understand that what's important is understanding to speak indirectly with people. I'm understanding how to talk with people in different ways. So that is a beautiful way to understand how to get business cards into the hands of other people. I mean, do you see what just happened? I mean, do you see what was happening now? So some guy was looking at me one time and twice he comes over here and then he's trying to look at me in a way that I'm understanding to just point to my business card. But then he goes to grab it, but I never really speak to him. I never speak to him directly. I mean, in a sense, so what's amazing about that is I understand that no matter what, that if other people want to speak to you while you're public speaking, that is the best opportunity for you to understand how to sell yourself in public and everywhere now. So what I need to do every single day is I focus on looking at the crowd, but I make sure I never talk to them. I just point here and I just show them my business card, but I never want to talk to them. I never want to state to them anything. I understand I can state my I can say everybody's my word I, but then I straight away go into the indirect nature. So what I understand that now, people are going to watch me and I'm going to say, I can say this, I can go and grab the business card, I can give them the business card as well. Unfortunately, now it's indirect. I always get the sale. I always get the sale. So if I understand, I pick up my business card now. I understand either way. But what's important is people before never did want to get my business card because I was talking at them. I was talking directly at them. So what I do now is I go and give my business card just like this to people and somebody is going to grab it really quickly. I mean, watch this. I mean, you must understand why this is. Because when I give it to them like this, I mean, guess what can happen? I mean, they can also reject me. I mean, they can reject me, but if I just go and just do this, for example, I just let it be on the floor over here, I never have to reach and be direct with them now. I never have to be direct with them anymore. So what happens is, I have a better chance now to sell my business cards than before. I mean, why is that? Because I never have to bend down to give them my business card anymore. I mean, do you understand that? I mean, now they can bend down to get my business card, but I never really tell them that. I never tell them that directly. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that no matter what, I'm always focusing on a better life for myself, but I'm understanding that no matter what, that people can hear my indirect knowledge over here. I mean, since so people are aware of what I'm really saying indirectly, so I'm focusing on a different aspect of life all the time. But I'm never focusing on what they're doing. I'm focusing on how I'm talking in an indirect manner. So I'm focusing on understanding. And now, I never want to be going up to people to give them my business card because that's so direct. I mean, understand? I want them to talk to me first in a direct manner while I have to then speak directly to them. I have to speak directly to the people who speak directly to me. I mean, in a sense, so if I come up to you in daily life and I speak to you, I mean, be speaking to me directly because now we have to talk positive with each other. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Just speak positive in your daily life. I mean, understand? But what's amazing about life is when I'm speaking indirectly like this, I'm very positive right now. I'm very positive about how I'm talking right now, indirectly, without the people. But even though they're watching me right now, I'm understanding I'm positive with myself here, indirectly with them. I mean, understand? I'm indirectly talking right now. So I'm never talking to them. I'm talking for them in a way. I'm talking for my word I indirectly. I mean, understand? Because I'm never calling them over, but I was doing that before. I was calling people right over. And now, if you want to do that, I mean, you can. I mean, you can talk to people directly and you can say something positive to them indirectly, in terms of directly. I can choose directly to speak to these people here, and I can choose to understand to say something very positive about them. I mean, understand? I promise you I can do that. I promise you, though, it's much better to speak indirectly with them, but make them talk to you directly only. I never ever want to speak to these people directly, so what I want to do is speak indirectly. So that's what I want to do every single day. So I'm focusing on understanding that I have something to say all the time, but making sure I'm always something much better. I realize every single day that what's important for myself every single day is realize that people are going to laugh at you and they're going to do something every single day that they never want you to do. But guess what? You go and do something that's very positive for yourself, because they're going to be drinking alcohol around you and they're going to be doing something that's really, really, let's say, never for you. But then you go and focus on doing something that's really, really for you in terms of something that's Jesus Christ. So make sure you understand that either way. I understand that many people will try to ridicule you and will try to say something that's indirect in a way that they're going to laugh at you, but it's because they're stupid. They're stupid. They're either holding alcohol in their hand or they're a little baby who's laughing at you. Understand? So make sure you understand that we're all little babies, but just never laugh at people. But make sure you understand that what's amazing every single day is understanding how to really be direct and indirect with people. So if you want to be, let's say, direct with people, then you understand to state the word I and make them just talk to you first. Now you are direct with them in a way that you're only direct with them if they speak to you first. Do you understand that? That's the best way. Now the best way also to understand how Jesus Christ does it is Jesus Christ goes to them and tells them the truth exactly of how he sees it. He'll say whatever he sees, and whether they get angry or never get angry, Jesus Christ cares. He cares totally. Understand? But guess what? They may kill him. So that's the Jesus Christ way. My way is understanding either way that I go Jesus Christ in a way that I go different. I go a different way. I go a different way, but it's a better way to understand I never want to die earlier. Understand? Although that's something that I can do. I can understand that Jesus Christ will come up to you and say what is. I say what is too. I say exactly like Jesus Christ, but I say it differently. I never call you a hypocrite in front of your face. Jesus Christ will call you a hypocrite in front of your face. He'll tease you like that. Understand? But then you get angry at him, and then you may want to kill him. But with me, you'll never get angry at me. Understand? That's the difference between me and Jesus Christ. Understand? So make sure you understand that no matter what, that's the difference between I and Jesus Christ, because I over me. Now, what's important is understanding that when everything is indirect, it feels actually natural. It feels natural to speak to people indirectly. So what I can do is I can look at people like this indirectly, and I can just speaking something indirectly to them. And I'm never ever speaking directly at them. But if I understand that somebody here is watching me, for example, if I speak directly to them, they'll say no. Now, why? Because I was direct with them. I was so direct with them, and it sounds like I'm so bossy around them. It sounds positive. I'm saying something positive over here, but they're just unable to reciprocate what I'm saying. They are unable to hear me. They are unable to really, really dwell upon what exactly am I giving. So what I need to understand is how to better communicate around people. Now, if they watch me and they're still, let's just say the same crowd is watching me over there. But what I do really is I look away from them and I talk over here. And then I never even look at them in the first place. But I'm just continuing to go over here. But I just go and mind my own business. But when I look at something indirectly, now, it's every single time that when you understand how direct you are with people, I understand that no matter what, I'm always loving life fully. I'm understanding every single day. I understand how to really grow myself completely. I'm understanding every single day to focus on my life for myself. I understand that when I really, really understand something about my life, I understand I'm very positive with everybody around me. I'm understanding that no matter what, that I'm going to learn and grow in the process of whatever I'm doing. But I understand that no matter what, that when I really lift myself completely, I understand that I am never stupid. I understand that either way, that it is a stupid world. I'm pretty sure this world is a stupid world. I'm pretty sure either way, I'm happy I have a life. I mean, you must understand that what's going on is understanding it's a smart world too. I understand, but what you say goes. But I understand my world is never stupid. So this world is never stupid really, but it's just that everybody is unaware except I. I'm never unaware, but I understand that no matter what, that it's a beautiful life. It's a beautiful life, but it's a life that what you say it is. If you say it's a stupid world, then it's because you're calling yourself stupid. That's how it is. But I'm never stupid in the first place. I understand how to really talk negative in a way that whatever it is, I can talk positive, I can talk negative. But I understand how to go from negative to positive really quickly. It's very quick to understand every single day how to really lead people. But I understand that when people understand that they love alcohol more than my business card, then understand every single day what time it is. I understand that what's important is understanding that the net cafe is never important, but if you understand every single day to talk what you see indirectly. I promise you, give people the idea and the notion of what you're talking about indirectly. So if you understand I deserve much more in life all the time, I deserve your girlfriend more than you do. I promise now, every single day I'm understanding that no matter what, I'm always loving my life completely every single day. I promise now, no matter what I say, I promise you that's how it is. I promise you I can say whatever I want every single day in my lifetime. I'm making sure every single day I'm understanding that I'm very much stating the obvious over here. So if I say something here, I promise you it is. Whatever I state in the obvious of something that's better, I promise you, I can always talk better directly to people. So if I choose to speak directly to people, then I choose to say something positive with myself. I promise you, every single day I'm looking to understand that people have a choice to pick up your business card or to never do it. What you need to do is you need to study people in different ways and then understand that if somebody is looking at you over here, never ever speak directly to them, because then what happens is, I realize that there is a connection signal that you're speaking positive, but they are very negative to pick up your business card. They look at you as negative, even though you're positive. And even though you're speaking positivity, they look at you as negative because you're direct with them. But they never realize that they are direct with you. They never realize how negative they are with you. So what you do is when people are looking at you and just standing around to look at you, never ever look at them. That's all I'm saying. So when you're walking around life, when you're walking around town and you're pumping your music, I should never look at other people. Never look at other people. Focus totally on yourself, because that's indirect. It's indirect to focus just on yourself today. If you want to run to the crowd, it's because you want to be direct with them. That's what it is. If I run away from the crowd, it's because I'm indirect with them. I want to be indirect. I want to be less violent with the crowd because I'm running away from the crowd. But a lot of people are running to the crowd to be violent with the crowd. Understand? So what I do is I run away from the crowd. But I can run to the crowd just like Jesus Christ, and I can lead the crowd positively. Understand? So what you can do is you can run to the crowd to be positive with them like Jesus Christ, and just stay with the crowd to be positive with them, and then they may kill you. Or you can get away from the crowd totally, and they'll never kill you. Or you can go to the crowd to be direct, but be totally negative with them to kill them. Do you understand? That's how it is. Although it's also that you can be indirect with people in a way that you're running away from the crowd to kill yourself. Understand? So what is it? Which path are you on? So make sure you understand that those are the four those are the four pathways of life. What other ways are there? Those are the only keys of life. So my way is I run away from the crowd to be less violent. But Jesus Christ runs to the crowd to be direct with them so that he can die for you. I run to the crowd to be positive with them to never die at all. Understand? That's what I believe. Do you understand? But guess what? That's how it is. Understand? But I understand that what's important is I never want to die. I never want to die. Understand? So what I do every single day is I love my nice, beautiful way of life over here. So I'm focusing on something all the time. I'm looking at different ways of communication. I'm understanding that no matter what, that I love my life so much. I'm understanding that every single day I focus on a greater life, but I'm very positive. I understand I was wiggling my toes over here a bit, but I understand every single day I'm trying something new. I'm focusing differently, but guess what? I was just very indirect with that woman there, but she still never wants my business card. I mean, she never wants to pick it up. So she does remember my name though, I promise you. I promise you, she does see my name. I understand? But guess what? I realized that I never ever want to tell her to pick up that business card. I promise you now, why is that? Because if I say pick it up, I promise you it's a command. I mean, then she'll never do it regardless. I mean, since I was so indirect with her just now, that I never ever want to even say to pick it up. I mean, she never even wants to pick it up herself. So there was no need for me to even tell her to pick it up because she never even wants it in the first place. So what I do daily is I focus on understanding now to be indirect with people in a way to understand that no matter what you want to do, is if you want somebody in your life, then you have to understand to be direct with them. I mean, you have to be direct with them, because if you're indirect with them, then you're running away from them. I mean, in a sense, so when I'm indirect with people on my nice, beautiful pathway here, I understand that every single day I'm focusing on something greater. I'm focusing on a better life for myself. So I'm loving my life all the time. I'm understanding that there's always much more in my life. I'm understanding there's always something that I love to do, because what I love to do every single day is I love to do you. I love to do you in a way that I understand I want to love you. I want to understand I want to give you my heart. I'm understanding either way that you can be very funny when you're pointing like this 50 times to a woman to get a business card, but she never gets it, but she's laughing at you. I mean, that's it. I mean, come back again and I'll keep doing it I'll keep doing this way, so you understand what this is over here. I mean, that's it. So it's very funny, isn't it? I mean, every single day, focus on understanding that when you see negativity arriving at you, I mean, what you need to do is get away from the drugs every single day, because I focus on a better life for myself. I focus on making sure that no matter what, I'm never doing drugs around me. I'm making sure I'm very nice around myself every single day. I'm never on drugs. I'm making sure every single day I'm focusing on understanding that no matter what, the other people can state to themselves that they are on drugs, but I never have to be on drugs. I'm understanding, although, that if you state that you're on drugs, it's because you have drug addicts around you, I promise you. I promise you, I'm never a drug addict, so I'm alone. I mean, drug addicts find themselves alone, and they find themselves also with other drug addicts. I mean, I am never a drug addict, but I find myself alone and with people who are never drug addicts. I mean, in a sense, so whether you're a drug addict or never a drug addict, I mean, guess what? I mean, I remember when I was doing speed, I remember these moments where I gave $130 or something like that. I gave around $130 to, I did call a dealer, and this dealer comes up to the road, and it's a dark alleyway somewhere, and it's some streets. I mean, it's some streets. It's very dark. And I approach this guy, says, I mean, what do you want? I said, this, bro, he gives me some freaking foil with some white powder in it. And I gave him some money, and guess what? Or else he ran off, man. I mean, he never cares about you. I mean, they're saying, so what did I do? I have speed with me, and I said, what the fuck am I doing, man? I mean, why am I doing this? I'm alone. I mean, there's nobody around me. I mean, what a fucking lifestyle. I mean, that's a stupid lifestyle, isn't it? I've already showed, although, guess what? I understand every single day that right there is something honest, but guess what? I mean, that's just true. I mean, in a sense, so make sure I understand that it's just the way I am. But I realized from that point on, I did get an awakening. I say, hey, I mean, what has my life led up to this point? I mean, why am I at this point? I mean, what has my life led to in terms of this point, to get to the point of having to call a dealer, to go into an alleyway, to get $130, to have some speed in my hand alone? I'm alone. I'm alone and doing drugs. I mean, in a sense, so you must understand, from that point, I woke up to some extent, but then I did continue to do some drugs. But I remember that moment, and I realized it did make me afraid in a way that I said to myself, hey, I never want to do drugs anymore like that ever again. I never did repeat that episode ever again. I never went to call that guy again to get some drugs from him. I mean, I never did that again from that guy. I mean, it did wake me up to some extent. So I'm always focusing on understanding that no matter what, that whatever you are today, just make sure that no matter what, that you're speaking indirectly all the time. Because no matter how many people may be blind or deaf around you, it's still the same individual in terms of the still. It's still the same in terms of it's still the same individual in terms of the word I, but we're talking differently in front of people, regardless of how blind or how deaf they are. I mean, in the sense of what we need to do is we need to focus on understanding that we need to give people eye contact if you want to, but if you never want to, you never have to. So that's the thing about life, that if you look at people and you have connection with them in the eyes, then you really, really what? I mean, you are direct with them, aren't you? I mean, that's direct with you. I mean, if I look at you right in the eyes and you look at me in the eyes, I'm pretty sure that's direct right now. But it's also indirect. I mean, do you guys understand? If I look at you in the eye and you're standing at me in the face right here, I can look in the eye and it's direct and indirect at the same time. I'm pretty sure now, if I touch you, if I touch you like this, pretty sure it's indirect and direct. I mean, do you understand? I mean, how is it indirect? I'm pretty sure it's indirect because if I touch you, I may be thinking to do something else that you are never ever really seeing right now that I want to do with you. I mean, in a sense, so I may grab you, but I want to grab you another way before you even see it. I mean, in a sense, so that's indirect. But if I tell you what I'm going to do before I do it, then it's direct with you. So if I'm touching you physically or never touching you, it's also direct and indirect at the same time. But if I state to you what I'm doing before I do it, then it's direct, really. I mean, understand? I mean, if I really tell you what's my plan, for sure, that's direct. But if I state the obvious, that is indirect, in a way that I'm going to show you what I'm going to do in an indirect manner so that you can figure it out yourself, but now it's indirect. So now, if you want to understand how to really speak your goals out to people every single day, I mean, you must understand every single day to speak indirectly about your goals. So my plans right now are going to be indirect with you right now, for example. So let's say you're walking around here, or let's say you're in my video right now. I'm pretty sure it's already indirect with you. I'm indirect with you right here. I'm in the freaking phone screen of your life. I'm indirect. I mean, I'm never around you other than my actual sound in terms of my voice. So it's direct with you at the same time, but it's also indirect. I mean, do you guys understand? I promise you, although I will tell you my plans exactly upon my life right here. I tell you right now directly, but it's also indirect. But if I go up to somebody, for example, and I say it to their face, and I say, this is exactly what I'm going to do, I'm pretty sure, guess what they're going to say? I'm pretty sure they're going to say, never do that. I'm pretty sure they'll say, never do that. I mean, in a sense, I'm pretty sure because that's how most people are. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that 99.9999% that if you expose your goals to them directly, and you're going to say what you're going to do, and then after what you're going to do, and after what you're going to do, directly to their face, I'm pretty sure they'll say, never do that. I'm pretty sure they'll never believe in you. I'm pretty sure that if I tell you right now what I'm going to do, I'm pretty sure you will never reply to me. I mean, you will never reply to me. But if you do, however, state the obvious, and you actually go and write me a message, and you say something that I must, or whatever, in terms of, you must understand that what happens with that is understand that either way, that what's happening right now is I'm understanding something now. I'm understanding that I can't really speak directly to you right now in a way that I understand that no matter what, that even on camera, I want you to speak your plans and your goals overall in an indirect manner. Because if I state to you exactly what I'm going to do right now, then what happens is I understand that no matter what, that you can also go on actual Instagram, and you can also go into social media today, and you can tell me never to do that as well. I mean, you still can go into social media today and tell me never to do that. So what I need to do with you is I also have to speak indirectly with you, and I have to speak indirectly to everybody else. So what's happening right now is I'm never exposing my goals completely right now, but I have many goals. But if I tell you exactly what I'm doing right now, approach now, you can just see what I'm doing. I mean, you can see my words, where I'm going. I mean, you can see that. I mean, in a sense, so is there a need for me to expose my goals? Approach you, yes. I have to expose my goals, but I'm exposing my goals the whole time over here in front of people and everybody. I mean, just other people never want to listen to me. I mean, they never want to expose their heart for me, but I'm exposing my heart for them. I mean, understand? I'm doing it for the word I, but what's important is when I talk and talk and talk in a nice way, I can look at people in a way and I can say how depressing they are as well, and I can understand that no matter what, I never want to talk to people, I want to talk to I mean, understand? Because they are not the answer. I'm pretty sure they are never the answer for I. I'm pretty sure you are never the answer for I. I'm pretty sure I am the answer for I. I mean, in a sense, so there's no need to talk to you. There's only a need to talk to I today. I'm pretty sure that's why I'm here today, to talk to I. I came for I today. I never came for you. I mean, understand? Pretty sure that's what Jesus says as well. I'm pretty sure Jesus says, I came for the word I here. I mean, understand? I mean, Jesus came to save I. I mean, Jesus never came to save you. I'm pretty sure you are the word I. I'm pretty sure Jesus came to save the word I. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that Jesus never died for you. I'm pretty sure Jesus died for the word I in this life. I'm pretty sure that's it. I mean, do you understand? I mean, make sure you understand that no matter what, and now, since I'm understanding all these nice, beautiful, indirect pathways of life, I understand that if you want to chase anything of sex or anything like that, I mean, grow up. I mean, make sure you understand that you have to be understanding that what's important is understanding how to be productive with yourself and talking great with people. I mean, if you're pumping music in front of the crowd, I mean, guess what? I mean, never speak to anybody while never ever speak to anybody while you're playing music, because what's happening indirectly is everybody can hear your music, but then you look like a superstar. But if you tell people that you're a superstar while you're doing that, I'm pretty sure now they are going to throw rocks at you. I mean, they're going to treat you like crap. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure now what you want to do is do it indirectly and just pump up the music, but just keep going. I mean, you understand? But if you understand, for example, every single day, that if you have a jet and you have a helicopter, I mean, show it off. I mean, show it off online completely. But if you state to people that you have this, I'm pretty sure now, guess what? I'm pretty sure now it's the truth, isn't it? I'm pretty sure always state to people exactly what you do have. But if you go and really, let's say, do something in a way that you're speaking negativity about what you have, probably then people are going to throw rocks at you. I mean, guess what? I mean, never ever speak negativity about anything, but understand every single day that we're trying to open up people in a way that we're indirect about it. So right now, I'm speaking to you indirectly. I'm speaking to you in a way that my ideas are direct with you, but I'm indirect with you by what I really mean. I mean, you understand? I mean, if I tell you what I really mean, then guess what? I mean, you can already see what I really mean. I mean, you can see it's my word I mean, now I'm really direct with you. I mean, now bring people into the attention of what you really mean about your goals and say that your plan is just the word I, and that's it. I promise you now, that's the only direct method, and that's the only indirect method. I promise you now, if you want something out of life, I mean, you must understand that what's important is understanding your life completely with yourself and understanding how to really be a winner with yourself. So if you can really be positive with yourself all day long, understand that no matter what you want to do, I understand every single day you have to look at me, and then every single day I'm understanding I have to go really understand this right here, because that's something very positive right here. Because what's important is understanding that you have to go and be positive about yourself. I mean, every single day I'm looking to understand that no matter what I want in my daily life is something much more. So if somebody's trying to be direct with you, it's because they're trying to chase you. I mean, understand? So what you need to realize every single day is understand that no matter what, that you have to get other people to be direct with you. And that's the way you get people to chase you. I mean, if people are trying to talk to you from over there, it's because they are trying to follow you and they're trying to be with you. I mean, understand? But if you are talking to them from over here, it's because they are 100 years, I mean, they are way past you and they're gone, and then you're trying to talk to them, but they're already 1,000 kilometers over there. I mean, never do it. I mean, never talk to them when they're gone. I understand, but if they're trying to talk to you from 1,000 kilometers over there, of course they'll come over here and chase you. I understand, so what you need to do is when you want to look at people and you want to understand every single day to go and really dwell upon a better life for yourself in front of people, then look at people and understand how their life is really. I mean, look at them and understand that either way, you must have compassion regardless. But I understand that now, all I really state to people directly now, regardless of my goals and everything I plan, and all my plans and goals is the word I. And now if I really tell you my goals today, I promise you it's the word I. I mean, do you understand? I promise you I just told you my plan. I promise you that's it. I promise you, I mean, what are you going to do? I promise you there is nothing else that you can do other than the word I now. I understand? I promise you that's the only pathway. I mean, what are my goals today? I mean, it's the word, I promise you it's the word I today. I mean, what else is there? I promise you there is nothing else, is there? I mean, in a sense, to make sure that what you understand about life now is I'm really, really realizing something about communication today than ever before. I promise you that there is a precious gift in this planet that is just for you, and it's the word I. Understand? So I've been speaking about my plan all along, and I'm understanding now that it's really my goal, which is my word I, and that's it. I've been stating it to myself, but I understand that now I have a new fashion, I have a new statement, I have a new fashion show of a new trend going. To understand that now, all my goals I ever want in my life is just to expose my word I. I mean, that's it. I mean, there's nothing else to say in this lifetime, and there's nothing else to do in this lifetime other than the word I. So everything that is my goals today is just the word I. I mean, that's it. I mean, that's all I want to do every single day. So I'm loving my life completely to understand that when I look at people, I understand that every single day I can say it now. I can say that these people look cheerful. I can say they look cheerful. I understand. I can say that no matter what, that when I look at people from here, I can stay up from here and I can see what I see. I see that individual there. I'm pretty sure I can see that he looks much more, let's say, capable. I understand either way that he looks happy. I mean, do you understand? So make sure you understand that just recently I've seen some individual who was looking very afraid of life, and he looks like he wants to shoot somebody. I understand? I mean, that's how it looks. But if I tell him that, then he wants to shoot you. I mean, understand? But then guess what? I mean, I never want that for you or I. I mean, understand? It's really I. I never want that for I. I never want to tell him that he looks like that, because then he's going to get a gun and he's going to come and really shoot you because you said it. And it's that simple to die really quickly. I mean, be careful and never ever state that somebody is going to shoot somebody, because otherwise that somebody is going to shoot you. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that if you're going to judge how people are in front of their faces and you're going to expose your goals, then go back to the word I. And now I understand every single day that now when people are looking at me and people want my business card and people want to talk to me, then I understand every single day to be indirect with them only in life unless they talk to me, and that's it. I mean, if they speak some words at me, then I'm just positive with them, and that's it. I'm just focusing on understanding that I have so much more empathy toward people. So no matter what I do, I'm never lazy. I'm never trying to be lazy in life. I understand that I never look sloppy either. I make sure every single day I'm doing something very positive around me. So that's what I do all day long. So now, if you understand every single day that no matter what you do, now you must be direct with people if you want to achieve something with them. I mean, so Jesus Christ has to be direct with you, and he has to come to you and to your face to tell you who he is. That's direct. I understand? Because indirect people never want to go to people. I'll you now, that's sort of like antisocial, for example. So indirectness in terms of I realize now, indirect people are more antisocial and more introversion. I'm an introversion type of individual and more antisocial in a way that I'm social with I only, but never with them. So with them, I look like an introvert right now with them, because I'm never speaking to them, I'm speaking to I. So I look like an introvert, don't I? Because they're just hearing my words. I realize they can just hear my words, but I'm never speaking to them. I'm speaking to I. So since I'm speaking to I, I'm very silent. I have stillness. I have presence right here. I'm focusing on the word I. But to them, I'm an introvert. I mean, now, if I speak to them directly, now I'm an extrovert. In a sense. So if I just call their name right now and I start speaking exactly to them, and I stay exactly how they are, that's exactly an introvert. That's an extrovert. If I speak directly to people, then it's an extrovert. But if I speak directly to I only, then it's introversion. Then it's an introvert. Understand? So they look at me as an introvert, but I look at myself as an extrovert right now, because this is all extrovert people in terms of life. I understand that what's amazing is I'm an extrovert right now. I'm really, really extroversion. I'm talking to myself much more. I'm an extrovert. You get it? I mean, what's amazing about an extrovert is you never have to speak to other people. I can be an extrovert with myself. I never have to speak to other people. I can speak just to I. I can be an introvert with I can be an extrovert with I. I mean, with them, I'm always an introvert with them. I'm always an introvert with them. I never seek to speak to them. I seek to speak to I. I mean, do you get it? I never seek to message you, because if I message you, it looks direct. I want you to message me, so that's more indirect. I want it to be indirect. I thank you. I realize now, do you see that? I realize now, either way, I realize now that is really a mechanism that I use. In a way, I say I thank you when somebody else is, let's say, talking to me. So what I do is I understand that I just did reply. I did reply to somebody else because they were speaking to me. And now, guess what? I realize that that is me saying I thank you. I realize now, since I say that, I realize that everybody can hear me because I'm much more direct, aren't I? I mean, when I say that, I realize when I say I thank you, I realize I mean it, but that's really, really, do you understand? That is direct. I thank you. I mean, if I speak the I mean, guess what? I mean, then that's what it is. I mean, so what I need to do every single day is I have to be careful with myself and how I speak in front of people. I mean, do you understand? Because I want to be positive, so I'm very positive in front of people. I mean, right now, I'm never ever in front of anybody else except the word I. So I see everything around me is just the word I. So there's nothing to be afraid of, but I understand every single day that everything is I. So I'm always looking to understand that no matter what, I want to be much more cheerful. I understand that she is cheerful. I understand that no matter what, I'm looking to understand every single day to love my life in a way that I'm doing much greater. So I realize when I understand something about life and somebody understands my introversion and how I speak right here, I mean, they can choose to talk to me. I mean, they can choose to talk to me directly. I mean, but my communicational skills indirectly never really attracts them much. I mean, why is that? I mean, now that's the game plan. I mean, that's something I have to figure out, don't I? I mean, now guess what? I mean, this is the best method of promoting right now because I never ever want to speak to them. I just want to speak with I. But isn't this the communicational skills that you need in daily life? I mean, isn't this something that people want in life? I mean, don't you ever want to become a public speaker? I mean, it's so much more easier to understand that I never have to speak to other people to promote myself. I mean, you understand? I mean, what I need to do daily is focus on another way to understand that I'm just doing everything I can now to promote myself. I'm doing everything I can right now. So this is just the way it is. I mean, that's it. I promise you, every single day, I understand it's about the word I. So when I really look at people and understand every single day how they're treating myself and I in terms of I myself, I understand it's I over myself. I understand every single day, I understand that's the game. I promise you, the game is let them talk to you first. And now, if they're talking to you first, it's because you are indirect with them. I mean, you're never chasing them. I mean, they're chasing you. But whoever's the chasing type of individual who chases other people is more of an extrovert with other people. But just be positive about it. I mean, if you understand that when people chase me, I'm pretty sure what happens is they have to be the chasing part of life, or else they have to chase me. I mean, do you understand? So I understand I'm just direct with that. I understand because I never chase people except I just chase the word I all the time. I make sure that no matter what, I'm loving my life all the time. I'm making sure every single day I'm going to be positive. But I understand that no matter what, that when people never want my business card, I realize it's never because of I mean, because of what? I mean, it's because of I mean, they never want, I mean, what? I mean, everybody wants business card. I mean, now say it like that, and then now it's because you agree with that. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that no matter what, thank you very much. I thank you. I mean, now, I understand either way that since I said that, I promise you somebody straight away gets my business card. I mean, you must understand that what the deal is every single day is understand that you have to be aware of your communicational skills. So when you can focus on your communicational skills and you can understand that you have to be indirect with people in a way that you're talking positive with yourself. So if you talk better and better and better, more people will grab your business card. I promise you, that's what the deal is. So that's why I'm practicing much more. and understand that some people, understand that one there, understand that she's very, very in depression over there. So I understand that no matter what, that I realize that she is somebody who's really, really hurt right now. I understand every single day I'm focusing on something greater. I'm focusing on understanding that I need to go and do something better right now. I need to focus on understanding now that it's much more about talking positive right now every single day so that I can attract more people. But how do I do that? I do it through communicational skills. So I have to talk better about I in order for I to attract more people. I understand that now. I understand every single day that it's more that my communicational skills are happening for me today in terms of my I understand that what's important now is the more I speak in front of a camera like this and the more I speak in front of people like this. I mean, the more I give you knowledge, first of all, but then also I learn something. I learn something from that. I realize it's always first of all. I mean, make sure you understand I'm always first. I understand that no matter what, then when you realize that, I understand that I'm always talking much more. I promise you, I get all the ideas, I give you all the ideas, and then understand that no matter what, I'm learning how to grow in that nature of prosperity. So when I look at people, I understand that no matter what, I look at that nice and beautiful way of life where I can go and understand how to talk to people, because what's important is understanding that I'm just very positive with I'm understanding that. I'm understanding that now. Since I understand I'm much more aware of how to care about I mean now I understand that's what it is. I promise you, it's just about caring about yourself in terms of your communication with your word I promise you now, the more you lift the I in your life, I promise you, life happens. I promise you, life happens quickly when you can lift your word I quickly. I promise you, that's it. I promise you now, if you lift your word I quickly, then you attract audiences. And now, why do other people have much more audiences than I promise you now, why do other people have much more audiences than I today? I promise you now, I have the most audience, always. I have the most audience always, first of all. I promise you, although now I understand either way that nobody else has more audience than I do. I mean, do you understand? I changed the question totally now. I make sure that I answer it in the best way. I just did answer it in the best way. I promise you now, I'm always answering it in the best way. I'm making sure all the time I'm answering all the best questions. All the time. I'm making sure every single time I'm going to focus upon a better life. I understand I deserve a better life because that's positive affirmations. I mean, you have to be able to teach people positive affirmations daily to focus on understanding to be an individual who's looking at people but being in direct with them as well, but as well as understanding that you have to look at people in the eye, and then you have to understand how to really, really understand yourself, and then you understand every single day that you can never die if you use the word I. I understand every single day that what's happening right now, I understand that no matter what, that I can see that woman there is cheerful. I understand every single day I'm focusing on a greater life for myself. But what's amazing is focus on understanding that when I label people in terms of this and that, I'm really, really talking in a way that I'm spiritual with myself to never ever need other people to talk to, because I really, really talk with myself all day long in this kind of indirect manner, but I'm really an extrovert right now with myself. So what I'm learning right now from the crown is I'm learning something very new today, and I'm learning to be something much more of a selling point. So when I'm selling points in life, I understand when I sell a point, I promise you somebody will get my business card. I promise you, that's it. I have to keep selling. I have to sell myself. I have to sell myself. I have to sell myself. I promise you, the more I talk, in front of people, the more I sell myself. I mean, understand? So that's how you do it. I mean, you have to be communicating more, and that's it. Otherwise, if you want more money, then you have to talk to yourself much more. I promise you, that's it. Brush now, that's all the money in the world. Brush now, every single day, focus on understanding that you never ever be direct with people who are smoking cigarettes and also who are doing drugs in front of you. And also understand to never ever be direct with people who are drinking alcohol in front of you and all of that. Because if you want to be direct with people, then be direct with them in the word I only. I mean, understand, but what happens with me at Cairns over there, I understand what did happen. I said clearly that the alcohol that they're drinking is never good for them. I mean, guess what happens from that point? I probably they get violent with me. I mean, that's what did happen, because I said that alcohol is no good for them. I mean, in a sense, so what I was really saying to them is that I was no good for them. I mean, in a sense, but that's what it is. I mean, guess what happens? I mean, they attacked me. I never did attack them though. I mean, do you understand? So who is more aware in this situation? I am more aware because I never did attack them in the first place. I just gave them some words of truth, but they never love the truth, do they? I mean, then they attacked me just like they did Jesus Christ. I mean, understand? I said alcohol is no good for you. I mean, understand? So what you need to realize that alcohol is no good for I. I mean, so what I do now is I'm positive about I, but everything is I anyway. I mean, now I change it over. I reverse psychology right now. And I understand now I'm back in power. I'm back in power. And how did I do that? I just said everything is the word I. I'm now I'm unstoppable. I mean, understand? So what I just done is I went reverse psychology from something that I said in terms of alcohol is bad to alcohol is good. I mean, understand? Because alcohol is good. I mean, I just never choose to do alcohol. I mean, understand? Because the world is good always. I mean, so I focus on understanding that the world is the I only. I'm understanding I always. I'm understanding how to really dwell upon I. I'm understanding that no matter what I do daily, is now I realize something about communicational skills. I understand every single day that I'm focusing on delivering content. I'm focusing on understanding that no matter what, that I'm never afraid. I'm understanding every single day I'm lifting myself and my beautiful persona here. But I'm understanding every single day that what's important is understanding to love you every single day. Because I understand that what's important is growing yourself in your word I. Alright, now if you just go and dwell upon the word I every single day, understand every single day, focus on something that you love to do, and then that way you're going to understand that you have to be an introvert with yourself and also an extrovert, but be talking to yourself all day long, because that's what I believe in. I understand that you guys have to grab my business card before I do this with you. I thank you, boss. I thank you very much. I thank you. I thank you. I mean, yeah.
Cause I get like this every time. Fuck the name. Tell me doing it so. Check brother. Have a good night.
I see, guys, so no matter what, I mean, you can see, for example, now, I sent one guy, I mean, just came and he switches off my portable speaker, but did I react? I never did react. I let him do that, but then I just go and turn it back on. I understand? So make sure you understand that's what I mean. But somebody who's angry may tell them to fuck off. I understand? Because they get offended in a way that they're finding that offensive. Do you understand? So, or else do you understand? So no matter what I do, is I focus on understanding that I'm always focusing on my way of life and intent. I'm always focusing on something I love to do daily, because what I need to do every single day is understand that if you want to go and achieve something, then you have to go and talk directly to somebody to understand that no matter what, that if you just show them a way to understand to get to you, then understand that you have to be direct with them. It's that simple. Now either way, now I have now focus on understanding that no matter what, that what's important is understanding this, that if other people are just around you, should be direct with them completely. I mean, never ever never speak to people who want to be with you. I mean, never speak to them. I mean, you understand? I mean, guess what? I mean, if you have other people around you that you want to be with, I mean, never speak to them either. It's so good for you. I thank you. I understand that what's amazing is understanding this, that you just say, I thank you to people. I understand that way you're going to be positive with yourself, and that's it. Now, no matter what you're doing daily, is focus on understanding that I always have something much more. I understand that I have batteries over here in my nice and beautiful portable speaker over here. So I'm focusing on understanding that I can change the color over here and I can do some of that. But what's amazing is understanding this, that if you just go and realize this, that there's nothing to be afraid of every single day about anything that you want out of life. But realize this, that you must never have sorrow for yourself for who you are. I mean, just say that I'm the word I. I mean, make sure you understand that what is the deal here is understanding that no matter what you want out of life, that you can achieve it, but just keep communicating more with yourself. That's how you grow yourself. Now, every single day, I understand that no matter what, that other people do have something that you have already, which is your word I mean, that's all you ever need. I mean, in a sense, so what you need to realize every single day is focus on never ever talking to other people, ever. I mean, never ever call other people please. I mean, never call your parents. I mean, never call your kids. I mean, never ever call the famous people. I mean, never call them please. I mean, never ever call them, because why? Because that's courage. I mean, that's courage for yourself to go and love yourself more than other people. But if you have to chase other people, it's because you are lacking love for yourself. I mean, understand? So what you need to do is, if you want to go to other people and you want to chase them, then be positive with them, and that's it. But what's even better is understanding that no matter what I do today, is I'm understanding how to really be positive with myself. So I'm focusing on understanding that no matter what, that I love my life. I love my life so much to understand that I want to give much more of myself. So what I do every single day is I remain positive with myself. I understand that no matter what, that I'm just going to be always in direct with other people until they talk with me. I mean, understand, because that's the way it is. Unfortunately, every single day, focus on understanding that what you need to do out of life is understanding how to live your life. I mean, live your life to the best of your ability, but we're making sure that we're going to be positive in front of people. I mean, that's all you have to do. But what's important is understanding that no matter what you do every single day, you have to really say to people what you want. But if you want to do something, to achieve something, and somebody talks with you first, and then you state what you want, I promise you, then you attract it. I promise you, although, if they never talk to you first, then guess what happens? I promise you, then you never attract what you want. I can actually see that now. I can see that what's important is trying to grab, I mean, you have to be grabbing the attention of people somehow. So if you want to practice every single day, grabbing the attention of somebody, then what happens is, if they speak to you first, I promise you, then you win over their heart with your business card. I promise you, if they never want to speak to you, it's because of something that you're looking like. So when I'm looking at like this, I promise you, when I look at the angle of like this, I promise you, now people are watching me, but they're seeing somebody of an angle over here. So what kind of angle am I really projecting around here? So I'm understanding I'm projecting a way of what? I'm understanding I'm looking people in the eye. I'm understanding that no matter what I'm talking, I'm focusing on the word I. I'm being very aware of what's going on around me. Because I understand that I want everybody to come and get my business card. I mean, you understand? So make sure I understand that when I'm aware of people around me and how people are looking and viewing at me, I understand that it's all about the attraction factor. So if I just go back to the I, then I have the attraction factor. Unfortunately, now that is the actual deal. Unfortunately, that's all you have to do. I mean, if you just come back to the word I, then you have the attraction factor once again. I mean, there's nothing else that is attracting more of what you want out of life than your word I. So just focus again on the word I, and that's it. I mean, just be here and show up for your work, and that's it. I mean, in a sense, so I'm always learning on the go different information with the word I. I mean, in a sense, so I'm learning something different every single day, but I'm glad I did come today because I understand either way that it is cold, but I understand that coldness never does stop me. I realize that although I understand every single day, focus on understanding that what you want out of life, you can get it, but guess what? I mean, never ever chase them. I mean, never chase other people. I mean, make sure you understand that what's important is focus on dwelling upon the word I, and then you're going to understand how to grow yourself, because that's what's important. I understand every single day, I'm focusing on understanding that no matter what, I want to always understand my word I, because every single day, I'm always leading. I'm always understanding how to grow myself all the time. So I'm very positive with what I do. I'm understanding I always have a camera. I'm learning on the go all the time about what I'm doing, but I'm always loving life even more because I want to help Jesus Christ every single day. So I'm focusing. I do that all the time. So either way, I understand either way, you guys can grab my business card today. So I understand it's very important that I understand no matter what, that my life is very prosperous. I'm very much more abundant. I'm understanding every single day I look great. I'm understanding I never judge anybody, but understanding everybody is the word I. I'm understanding I'm always growing my heart. I'm always understanding that I'm positive with my positive affirmations over here. So when I'm positive with the affirmations, I'm learning to attract people in front of me to get my business card, because I understand that's every single day. I understand it's right here. So I'm understanding no matter what. Thank you very much. I understand that I'm always understanding that no matter what, that I have to lift my communicational skills. I thank you. I thank you. I realize now that's the selling point right there. So what is the selling point? I mean, the selling point is understanding that you have to go and speak positive affirmations in front of people to attract what you want. Unfortunately, now that's it. Unfortunately now, what word did I start that positive affirmations with? I did start it with the word I. So I'm in business, baby. I'm understanding that. I mean, either way, you must understand that no matter what, they have extra nice and beautiful business cards right here. So I'm understanding that if I just speak positive affirmations right now, unfortunately now, that's the business card. I understand that now. I'm going to understand that no matter what, I'm just going to speak my heart out every single day, and then I'm going to understand that no matter what, that it's just that nice and beautiful feel to understand that I go back to the I again, and then I understand I'm very positive. I understand I'm very positive because I understand what my business card is, because it has the word I right here. So when I have the word I in my business card, I'm pretty sure everybody needs that word I. I'm pretty sure I sell the word I right here. So I'm understanding when I sell the word I, pretty sure that you have to go and turn around and get the word I right now. I mean, now I sell people right on the word I. I mean, that's all I'm really understanding now, that my word I is right now in my business card in terms of my word I. And then I understand that no matter what, that you guys can understand my word I today. I mean, my word I is something right now in terms of my word I has my business card right now in my word I. I mean, that's a selling point right there. So what I need to do every single day is understand to speak to people with the word I completely, and then go back to the word I and state the word I as my goal. I mean, when I state the word I as my goal, I have to understand that I can achieve anything I want to achieve with the word I. So if I go up to anybody and I attract anybody in my life, I say the word I with them, and I state with the word I what I want with the word I, and then I get it with the word I. I mean, do you understand? Alright, now every single day, I'm focusing on understanding that's the only way to attract bonus points in every single day, understanding that no matter what, that your word I gets the truth in the word I. I mean, do you guys understand how I speak? Alright, now that's how I speak no matter what in terms of the word I. So focus on understanding that you guys out there will have to grab my word I over here. I mean, my word I is something very important because there's something right now I have to give you my word I. I mean, that's it. I mean, if you understand that no matter what, that my I is something greater, so understand that no matter what, that my I is something that really helps I, just focus on the word I again. I mean, how am I doing that? I mean, I'm just going back to the word I, aren't I? I understand, although what's amazing is other people can reject your word I. So when other people reject your word I, you go and state the word I again to them in terms of I. Unfortunately, then they start smiling at you because they have an I. And I understand that every single day, you must understand either way that what's amazing in terms of the word I is my business card. I have a business card with my word I over here. Unfortunately, now it's so important for you in terms of my I. I understand every single day, I focus on understanding that no matter what, that I'm just learning how to speak the word I today. Unfortunately, if you understand how to speak the word I, then understand that no matter what, it's really that you're really, let's say, indirect with people. So I'm always offering my word I everywhere. I thank you. I realize now, either way, that what's amazing every single day is understand that no matter what other people say to me every single day, I focus on understanding that I just go back into my word I. I understand that I never ever want to state what other people say to me because it never ever relates to I. I mean, in the sense of what it relates to in terms of my I is I only. I've watched now every single day that what's important is understanding this, that my I is much more important than what they say. I mean, that's how I really understand now. I never retaliate to what people say about I mean, what did they say? I mean, guess what? I mean, they just say the word I, and that's it. I mean, in that sense, so now I'm understanding that no matter what, I'm picking up bonus points over here. So my bonus points, I'm selling myself in front of people. I mean, you have to be a sales clerk and you have to be selling yourself all day long about what you love to do. So I understand that when I love to sell myself all day long, I can look at people right now and I can understand every single day to look at people in a way that I'm going to grow myself in front of them in the word I. But I understand either way that the time is I today. I mean, every single day, focus on the I all the time, and then you can always understand how to really grow yourself and your word I. I'm pretty sure it's so simple every single day to focus upon something that you love to do. I'm pretty sure what is it that you love to do? Pretty sure it has to be your word I. I mean, focus on understanding that's the whole selling point and equation of this video. And understand now, when I look at people and I understand if you want to attract anybody, then you have to attract them with the word I. I mean, you have to be more and understanding much more about your life and understanding that you can get a better lifestyle and you can get better right away if you just go and speak the word I. I'm pretty sure though, it's really easy because people who are unaware of the word I can do it. I'm pretty sure now you are aware of the word I mean, imagine what you can do with the word I. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that you have to pick up the awareness of what's going on, but never ever be afraid to be, let's say, whatever you want to be in terms of word I understand that what's amazing every single day is focus on understanding that your aggressive nature in terms of having what you want out of life in terms of your word I must also understand that if you're really, really aggressive in terms of whatever you're doing in terms of sex or anything in terms of your life, I mean, make sure you go back to the word I again so that you have no aggressive nature toward anything in life in terms of I. I promise you, it's so simple every single day to focus on understanding that no matter what you want out of life, I promise you can achieve it, but I understand that no matter what, that I understand my life now in terms of how I sell myself. So when I sell myself now, I look at people in a different way. I make sure I'm changing, I'm in construction, I'm making sure I'm constructing my sentences differently, but I'm understanding everything right now is indirect until people speak to I. But when people speak to I, that's the selling point right there. I sell them on their words in terms of what they say in terms of I, and then I understand I'm always constructing a sentence and I'm leading them straight to the business card once they speak to I. Approach now. Right away, you must understand that before you even do anything with that individual and before you ask for what you want from them, I mean, give them your business card before, in terms of after they talk to you first. And then you can go and do what you want to do with them. I mean, in a sense, so what you need to do is realize that anybody who's indirect with you today is listening to your words, but then now you must understand to find yourself positive regardless, but understand that other people are understanding either way, that what you understand every single day is you can say something over here, which is what? I understand that every single day we're learning that other people are just never finding what? I mean, they have to understand every single day that when you talk about other things and other people, I mean, state the positive and understand that they just never want my business card. But guess what? I realize everybody wants my business card because I have the word I. I mean, now I understand that really what you want to really say is what you want to say in terms of people is you want to state that they just never were curious about your business card. I understand. So it's really that communicational skill that you need. I mean, it's really that you have to understand to speak in front of people, but I am by myself in my I understand I have everything I need right now to succeed. So what I do is I lift myself in my communicational skill. But I understand it's really about selling points in your word I today and never about their word I. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that it's really about the word I regardless. I mean, make sure you understand every single day the word I is everything in terms of I. I understand that no matter what, I'm still lifting. I'm still making sure that I want to go and do even more. I want to make sure I have to sell myself completely. So when I look at the crowd today, I'm making sure I'm indirect with them as much as I can. And since I'm indirect with them in a way that I understand that I never have to talk to them directly, because as soon as they talk to me directly, that's when I sell them on my business card really fast. But they are just really bystanders right now in the way that they're watching me and what I'm doing. But I'm really nicely dressed. I'm really in the fashion show of dressing up nicely. I mean, in a sense, to make sure that no matter what, that you're going to speak positivity into the world all the time. But as soon as somebody does speak with you, approach now, that's when you sell them on the business card. But before that, approach now, before they actually even talk to you, approach it's just about catching on to them. But how do you catch on to them? Approach now, it's really that tactic, isn't it? Approach now, the tactic is that you stand around and talk your eye all day long, and somebody will attract with you. Approach now, somebody attracts with your word I completely right away. Approach, that's what's very important with everything that you have to do. So what you have to do every single day is understand that no matter what, that you go indirect with other people who want to be direct with you. So I'm focusing on understanding.
What's more powerful than
I only.
Two eyes.
I can say my business card is more.
What's more powerful than I? One eye, what you're saying is true. What's more powerful than having one eye is two eyes that independently stand themselves the same, like a figure eight, which creates an us. Just like
I can say what's even more powerful than that is my business card. I can say now, every single day you must understand that I understand that what they're saying is that we is very powerful and us is powerful, but what's even more powerful than that is the word I mean, make sure I understand every single day that no matter what I do every single day is I'm focusing on something I love to do. So I'm understanding that no matter what, I have to go and really dwell upon a better life. So when I go and really dwell upon a better life, I understand that no matter what, I have much more to give every single day because I'm understanding something of positive nature, and I'm understanding that I have to go and dwell upon really inspiring myself every single day to go and grow in front of people. So when I'm doing that daily, I'm just attracting more of an audience. So you have to be understanding that either way, I mean, what just happened, I mean, what was happening with that individual there? I mean, I was very slow to pick up on the business card over here. I mean, why is that? I mean, guess what? I mean, that's something I have to figure out. I mean, I was more listening to them than the word I over here. I mean, actually, I was actually listening to my word I over here, but I understand every single day that other people who can speak to you and understand that either way, they can really relate to your word I here. But guess what? I mean, you have to ask them to get your business card. But guess what? I mean, they never ever were curious about my business card. I mean, they were never asking about it. I mean, in a sense, so what I do is I move on. I have to move on, don't I? Because if somebody is never curious about you, then you move on, don't you? I mean, do you understand? So those people who do speak to you, I mean, you try to sell them on your business card, and that's it. Unfortunately, if they never want it, unfortunately, get with the program. I mean, you must understand that you are just much more positive than they are. I mean, in a sense, so what you need to do is you need to realize really quickly, every single day, how to really talk in front of the crowd, and you need to do something today that's going to really exceed your expectations. I mean, what's that for you? I mean, what is really, really inspiring you today to speak so much? I mean, there's so much more that I have to say every single day. So what I need to understand is this video is just a continuum from my previous video. So I understand that now. So either way, that what's important is understanding that when you're spoken clearly what you want out of life, and you're speaking directly to people in a way that you're speaking indirectly to them, while they are the ones speaking indirectly in terms of directly to you. I mean, now you have the attractor factor, and you're the one who's in the show, and you're the one on the stage. But while you're on the stage, I mean, you're just speaking indirectly to people while you're watching people, and that's how you do it. I mean, you guys have to speak really, really indirectly all the time, except only when you're understanding that you relate everything to the word I, can you speak directly to people in the word I. I promise you now, if you understand it in the word I, and if you just relate all the judgment of the world, that you can label somebody and just say it's the word I, promise you now, you're going to be safer. I mean, you're going to be safer in a way that you're going to understand now it's much more about freedom and much more about a safer world this way, because the word I is so powerful that you can never ever die. I mean, you can never die with the word I. I mean, nothing in life can attract death as long as you speak just the word I. I promise you it's the best way to live. I promise you it's the best way to go about life. And now, every single day I'm understanding that no matter what, I understand I have to keep going. I understand that no matter what, I realize something. I realize that there's so much more to do every single day, but there's so much more to be. I promise you now, since you understand every single day, I'm in Brisbane City right now. I mean, it's 9:45 p.m. I mean, understand? I mean, it's just the word I today. I mean, in a sense, so whatever I have today is I'm understanding that no matter what, that I have all the love in the word I. I mean, that's all I understand now. I understand that no matter what, that if you're looking for somebody in your life and you want to be with somebody, I promise you, just be with yourself. I promise you, learn to love yourself without them. I mean, learn to love yourself without the sex in your life. I understand how it is. I understand you want to have sex in life, but guess what? I realize that what's even more important than sex with other people and beautiful women and men. I mean, go and have yourself much more than sex. I mean, understand that many people are chasing sex today, but sex is never something that you want to be chasing. I mean, what you want to chase is the word I. I realize now I is much better than sex. I mean, in a sense, so if you understand that, first now, then you're going to understand who's actually fulfilling you. I approach it's the word I. Approach the word I, as long as you use it, is going to fulfill you far more than sex ever will. I mean, understand that now. I mean, that's even much better. So what I understand every single day, that back in the past, I was always crappy about myself because I was never getting sex with beautiful women. I mean, I was always feeling crap about myself. I was always depressing with myself. I was always negative because other guys were getting better women than me. I understand. I was very negative like that. I understand. Although, guess what? I mean, now I realize that what's important is never doing that. But I'm understanding that now. I'm going and really learning something even better than that. I'm learning much more about how to communicate in front of crowds. And I'm traveling the world. I'm financially free. I'm achieving goals that even though nothing is missing from my life because I have the word I understand that it's just delusion. I mean, it's delusion that if you believe that you're missing sex from your life. I mean, if you believe you're missing beautiful women from your life and that other men have more than you, then you are delusional. I mean, nobody has more than you in life. I'm pretty sure everybody has Jesus Christ, and Jesus Christ is everything. I mean, in a sense, so what are you missing? I'm pretty sure there's nothing to miss. I mean, you're never missing anything. So what you need to do all day long is you need to be looking at people in a way that you can look at them in the eye, and you can teach yourself all day long how to really get your business card all the time. So when you're positive with yourself all the time, I mean, you're going to understand no matter what that you can go and speak with yourself all day long. I mean, speak with yourself in a way that you love yourself so much, and then you're going to understand how to look at people, and then you can understand every single day how to really talk with people. So I understand that no matter what, I thank you. I realize every single day you have to understand that if somebody's direct with you, then you can always say I thank you if you want. I mean, that's very important, that if you want to speak to somebody who can actually lead, such as I can, I'm very important today because I can teach you a lot of finance. I can teach you how to become a millionaire. I'm approaching now every single day. I understand. I thank you. I realize now every single day I'm understanding that no matter what, I'm always understanding that anybody who ever says anything about you is the word I understand. So realize every single day that you just have to have a better life for yourself, and that's it. I mean, if you can have a better life for yourself and you can, and you can treasure yourself and you can do the word I all day, then focus on understanding that whatever you want every single day out of life is what you make of it in your word I. Go and speak out the word I daily in front of people, and then you're going to learn how to study people, and then you're going to learn how to really dwell upon people in a way that you have your word I, and then you're going to use that word I as much as you can in front of people to attract a selling point, and you're going to sell your business cards like that, and then you're going to understand that the word I will get you higher because the communicational skill of picking up all the clues and picking up the ideas from people gets you into the better world, I promise you. Now, since I've been doing 200 hours of knowledge in front of people like this, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot in front of people. I've learned all their reactions. I've seen all their reactions. So what I'm doing is I just know the word I only, but I'm still learning about all the reactions of people, and that's how you study people, and that's what Tony Robbins is saying. Tony Robbins is saying, study people as much as you can. So what you need to do is study people in front of live seminars like this. Ben Harvey has one seminar per month. I have 30 seminars per month in front of people. There's a big difference, isn't there? He goes one time a month to go and make a seminar in front of people to extract maybe $4,000 or $5,000 from them. But I stand in front of people 30 days of the week, and then guess what? I do it for free. And then I learn much more in front of a crowd than him. And I do it for free. In a sense, so make sure you understand what is more important. It's much more important to come and do it for free than it is to extract some money from people. You understand? So Jesus Christ does it for free too. Make sure you understand every single day that what's important is if you do want to extract some money from people, it's because you're going to make a live event somewhere, and it's going to be before they even see you, and that's it. If you're trying to extract some money from people to pitch them on the day something about your life, then guess what? Then you've actually lost. Never ever do that. Never ever try to pitch them on the day because you look so desperate for something. Do you understand? But guess what? It's much better that you just come there and just talk to them like a human being than trying to get their money. I promise you, it's much better, isn't it? But if you understand that if you guys want to see me, then you have to give me entry money, and then guess what? I promise you can see me, and that's it. I never want to be pitching you for money in front of your face, is what I'm saying. In a sense, so some people do pitch people, and I realize they go in front of crowds and they pitch large people, and then JT Fox may make, let's say, $200,000 on a day because he's pitching people and people stand up and give him $5,000 each. In a sense, but I never need to do that. I'm much better than that. I'm much better than $200,000. I promise you. Now every single day I understand that what's amazing is I thank you. I now, no matter what, I understand that when somebody says something, I just say I thank you, and I just move on, man. I say I thank you very much. I thank you very much. I thank you. I thank you. I understand, man. I agree with you, man. I understand. I just move on quickly. I understand, although every single day focus on understanding that what's important in your life must be something much more. So focus on delivering content for your life every single day. Then you're going to understand no matter what that most people are just arrogant, and they just understand that either way they just never want to be around you. I mean, even if you're positive, I mean, they're saying, so what you need to do all day long is they're happy with their 9 to 5 job. I mean, they're saying, so since they're happy with their 9 to 5 job, I mean, you're just going to be traveling around the world and they're going to be working the 9 to 5. Approach, that's it. Approach now every single day. Focus on understanding that you must be indirect with people much more to be less angry. I mean, do you guys understand that? Approach now, if you want to talk to people, then talk to people with the word I, and then you'll be less angry. But if you want to talk with yourself all day long, then talk with the word I, and then you'll also be less angry. I mean, the epitome of something, the epitome of somebody who's very angry is somebody who never speaks the word I. I speak the word I, and that's why I vow that I increase my finances and personal freedom and emotional freedom every single day when I just speak the word I find all the attractors of life because the more you speak, the more ideas you have every single day. So it's very important to understand that no matter what, I thank you. I realize that every single day I understand it's very important to understand that somebody may shout at you. So what you do is, guess what? I mean, you have to understand every single day that you can reply, I thank you. But guess what? I mean, if you do that, then guess what happens? I mean, then you just agree with angry people. I mean, if you agree with angriness in your life, then guess what? Then you'll agree something much better for yourself and you understand every single day that you're going to go and do much better. I mean, do much better to agree with everything that's going on and then understand everything is good. And then you're going to understand that no matter what you're doing, I mean, you're going to focus upon a better life for yourself because everything in terms of life that I have my word I, and that's it, man. I mean, that's all I have. I have just my word I. I mean, what else do I need? I just need my word I. But if you're really, really in depression, it's because you're missing the word I in your life. I mean, you're never missing other people in your life. I mean, you're never missing the sex in your life. I mean, just never ever miss the word I, and then you can never miss anything. I mean, a lot of people have a fear of missing out. Guess what? I mean, they have a fear of missing out because they need the word I. I mean, go and have your word I, and then you can never have a fear of missing out. I mean, so make sure you understand that whatever you want in terms of pleasure from other people, I mean, have your word I in place. I mean, have your word I there much more than those people, and then understand that you will overcome it. I mean, you'll overcome that temptation to go having sex with all the beautiful women out there and to go chasing them. Because those people who are chasing women and men and trying to have sex all the time with other people are the people who are lacking the word I promise you. I promise you, that's what it is. I promise you, I understand that. I understand how it is to just be lost astray and just keep chasing women and go to the nightclub and just be with them all the time and go to their house and carry their stuff. I understand how it is, man. Broshi, it's never the way. Broshi, that's never the way, and it's never going to satisfy you. I mean, she has you like a puppy, man. I mean, she says, carry my shoes, and if you never carry your shoes, Broshi, she'll never give you sex. Because that's all you look for. I mean, if you let a woman dominate you because of sex, then she's going to tour you around, man. I promise you. She's going to say, give me some money. I mean, she's going to say, give me $100. But if you never give her $100, well, I promise you, she never want to have sex with you. I promise you. I promise you now, never ever want a woman just for sex, man. I mean, never ever want a woman solely for sex. I mean, do you understand? Because that's the worst way to live. I promise you, the worst way to live is just to want sex out of this lifetime with other people. I mean, all you want from this life every single day is focusing on something greater for yourself. So if you're focusing on understanding that all you want from people really is their word I mean, you want honesty from people. I mean, you want them to speak the truth. I mean, you want them to say, I love you. I mean, that's it. I mean, make sure every single day you understand how to talk every single day with other people, and then we're going to learn how to grow with other people all the time.
What's this up?
Yeah, pussycat! Oi! Brisbane motherfuckers going down tonight? Yeah, the boy! You know? Yeah, bro. I just want to say real quick, mate, you're going pretty good tonight. Just don't worry about it, mate. Yeah, the fucking boys. Oh, sorry. And, well, he's on the recording. Yeah, the boys. Oi, come here, cunt. Nah, come say something. Oi, don't be a pussy cunt. Come here. Oi. Oh, you alright, mate? Alright, have a good night, mate. Take care of yourself, because it's pretty rough out here. Just take care of yourself. Yeah, take care of yourself, mate.
I wish, by the way, to just grab my business card as well, because I understand that what's important is understanding positivity today. I thank you. I thank you, boss. I understand that now anyway. I understand that no matter what I do is just realize to always speak to people when they are speaking to you, and that's it. I mean, if you understand how to speak to people, then you understand how to do life much greater. So what you want to do every single day is understanding that if somebody's talking to you, you can choose to talk to them, but make sure you understand how to do so. I thank you, boss. I thank you. I mean, come and get my business card over here. I promise you it's very important for you. I promise you it's very important to grab my business card today. I'm going to help you with the business card. I need you to grab my business card before I do that with you. I have no worries. I need you to grab one for yourself so I can help you. I thank you. I thank you, boss. I thank you very much. I thank you.
Follow this guy.
I thank you very much. I understand either way, guys, that when you're really lifting people every single day, I promise you it's much more about positivity today, and it's understanding that no matter what we're going to do today, is we're going to understand how to grow all the time. I thank you, boss. I thank you very much. I thank you. I realize every single day, I understand that no matter what, I'm always learning something along the way. So what's amazing every single day is understanding either way, I have my word I much more than anything. I mean, in a sense, so what every single day, I'm pretty sure every single day is, I understand that no matter what, I'm learning every single day how to dwell upon my I understand that no matter what, I never lose my word I go back to the word I again and again. But it's time to understand no matter what, that I can understand that you guys just be great every single day and understand how it is to be in front of people. But if you choose to be in front of people daily, then focus on talking to people and never be afraid to talk to people. But guess what? I promise you, if somebody wants your microphone, I promise you, all you have to do is guess what? Make sure that they get your business card before they get your microphone. I mean, that's the best way. I promise you, if you understand how to sell yourself all day long and you understand how to be in front of people all day long, then you understand that no matter what. I realize that you have to do something very positive around here every single day. I understand either way that what's amazing every single day is focus on understanding that I have to find out for myself how to do that. So what you have to do is something around this. So you just have to talk over it. Make sure you go and realize that maybe the nice and beautiful screen here has to do something. So what is going on around here? I have no idea. I promise you either way, maybe you can leave the screen over there and you can walk it. I promise you either way, that what's important is somehow it really does go like that. But either way, you must remain positive. I realize either way, you guys must realize every single day that you can grab my business card over here. So realize this. So all you want to do is just talk positive. I love it. I promise you, if you can talk positive right now and you can understand that no matter what, that you can go and really dwell upon a better life, and then you can understand that you can sell yourself in different ways. Brush, that's what you need to do. Brush, you need to be able to go and sell yourself in different ways all the time to be positive with yourself, because it's very important to get my business card, I promise you. I promise now every single day, I understand that no matter what, I understand that right there, I understand that I just really understand something. I understand I'm very positive over here, but just because I'm positive, I understand that's all that you need to do every single day to go and live your life. But realize this, I never want to kill myself. I never want to do anything like that. I understand that I just am here, man. I mean, that's me. I mean, that's my word I, man. I mean, do you guys understand? I'm just here, I'm just promoting myself. I mean, where's my biological dad? I mean, where's my biological mum? I mean, where's my kids? I mean, where's my wife, man? I mean, I'm just have my word I here. I mean, you understand? I realize, anyway, I have something much better than that. I understand I have something better. I mean, every single day, learn to really dwell upon your life in a different way, but never get upset when you have your word I, man. I brush every single day. I understand that either way, I never want to kill myself. I just want to go and grow. I just want to make sure I'm growing in different ways, and I'm making sure every single day I'm going to learn that I have something better than this world. I have something better, but every single day, if you just focus on being positive with yourself, and you're understanding every single day, you're going to lift yourself, and you're going to understand those are your business card, and you're going to understand you're going to lift. You're going to make sure that you're going to go and pronounce yourself in a way that you never have to cry in front of people, and you never have to go and do anything other than just be yourself, and then focus on yourself all the time to succeed, because something in your life must be growing all the time in order for you to go and really never hit yourself and never really go and choke. Never go choke other people. Never go try to cause violence. Never do that. Try to understand that I never want you crying either. I never want you to go and be depression in your life. But what's amazing every single day is understanding every single day to focus on loving yourself and understanding every single day you must lift. You must lift every single day other people if you want to plan to succeed for yourself, because I understand I'm just better off without this world. Do you understand? I'm just better off. Make sure I understand every single day that I love my life anyway. I'm making sure that I'm growing. I'm always understanding I'm living life. Making sure that I'm just prosperous. In a sense that when you do that all the time, just focus on giving people ideas. Give people new ideas all the time, because that's how you succeed. You succeed in different ways, and then we're focusing on different areas of persuasion. Do you understand? So never go killing yourself because you feel in depression because you're using your word I. Understand? Because is that the case for you? Unfortunately, it's never the case for I. In a sense, so I understand that no matter what, I realize I just want to realize every single day to focus upon something I love to do. What do you love to do? You have to ask yourself the question, and you have to understand every single day that nobody wants to kill you. Nobody wants to make you a slave. Understand? Just never make yourself a slave. Just never kill yourself. Understand? Those are the 10 commandments every single day of Jesus Christ. And then we're focusing on understanding to be strong, because whatever they have, man, I promise you just focus on the word I. Understand? Never get lost in what they have. Go and focus on what you have in terms of your word I. Understand? You deserve better. That's it. What else can you do in this life other than making sure every single day that you're going to grow? You understand? So if you're growing in daily life, that's all you have to do. Otherwise, you have to just be alone. When you're alone in daily life, guess what? You never need other people, man. You just need yourself. You just need to grow. Every single day you have to learn something new. What is today something new for you? Every single day, if you just go and really, really dwell upon communicational skills every single day with yourself, I understand it's very important that I understand that no matter what, I never drink that. I thank you, boss. I thank you. I realize I have already. I thank you. I have my business card though. I have a business card. You can pick this one up. I have something better than a chippy. I thank you very much. I thank you. I realize either way, I thank you. I realize that what's amazing is realize that. I realize now, no matter what, I realize that you have to be honest with people. You can say, I never want to drink that. Even if you've never seen what's inside of that, but either way, just say, I never want to drink that, because I understand those people just did come into my life just now, so why do I want to drink that? I never want to drink that. I understand, although never drink something that somebody wants to give you that you just met. You just met them and they're trying to give you some drinks. You just met them. How can you just drink something that somebody else wants to give you? Plenty of people want to give you drugs today, I promise you. I never want to give you drugs though. Make sure you understand that no matter what, what's amazing is understand how you're actually going from indirect to direct thinking every single day. So we're focusing on having a better persona in a way that we're learning how to grow ourselves. So never ever be in depression when you're public speaking, and never look like you're some depressive kind of individual while you're public speaking, because I want you to be fast and proactive. I want you to see that I've been talking for this long without eating and drinking, but guess what? Jesus Christ goes 40 days and 40 nights without drinking, man, and eating. Do you understand? So what I need to do daily is I understand either way I have to go. I understand that no matter what, that you guys have to realize that no matter what, that it just make sure every single day you're going to go and do something positive, because sex is never going to fulfill you. I'm pretty sure a woman will never fulfill you. I'm pretty sure having sex with all the thousands of women out there of all different beautiful natures are never going to fulfill you. I promise you, it's never going to fulfill you. I promise you, otherwise Jesus Christ would have done that. I promise you. I promise you, Jesus Christ would have done that then, before you. I promise you. In the sense, so make sure you understand that no matter what you want out of life, I promise you, it's the word I. I promise you, it's the word I that you need. Every single day I understand that no matter what, it's really, really that I focus on directing conversation toward I. I speak to I never send them a message, because I send it to I instead. Never ever send them a message first, because send it to the word I. Send it to the word I, and understand to pick I over them. Pick the word I over them. Pick your word I over them. And then you understand every single day what you really are in your life. And it's just the word I. So if you understand every single day, then you finish up and every single day focus upon understanding be the best in your life and have your word I.